Welcome to Let's Talk Jets Radio.
Mr. Primetime.
Glad to be back, man. Missed you.
Yeah, welcome back, man. We had a fun week off.
Oh, you didn't? I did.
Yeah, but it was. It's true.
Shit,
Hold on,
man.
I think we
How
have.
are you doing the show right now?
Well, let's bring on the third amigo first. What's up, third amigo?
What's going on, fellas? What's up with y'all, man?
How you doing, man?
What's going on, dude?
Yo, just getting out the shower, dude. So trying to just
Sounds like
get
too much
myself
information right now.
Hey, bro. Cold showers
Yeah.
help a lot, bro. I
They
know
had
you
an
know
orange
about
jumpsuit
cold
on.
showers. Getting prepared, man. Getting prepared, man. Life after.
So, real quick before we get started, I just want to thank everybody. Tyrone, thank you for sharing stuff on Facebook, and thank everybody. Kevin, you posting the shirt with the picture with the shirt, and everybody in our little community here. It's support was overwhelming, man. It was crazy, and all the text messages, the tweets, everything, super, super cool, man. So I just want to thank everybody. It was like a pretty
Thank
overwhelming
you,
experience.
man. Being
Yo,
an
like,
inspiration,
yeah.
giving back to a great cause, bro. That's fucking an accomplishment, dude.
I actually
Pretty
want to say
crazy shit.
something, man. And I'm gonna be really honest with you. First and foremost, man, I want to let everybody know, man, that your boy is still on his weight loss plan. So I think my number's like 24, something like that, in that ballpark. But I'm on it.
Shit, man.
But
Good for you,
Tyson,
man.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, Tyson, man. Like, you really motivated me, bro. Like, I mean, I can't imagine what you went through. But yo, man, you toughed it out, man. You know what I'm saying? I know mentally, I know a lot of that becomes, it's beyond physical, it's more mental. And that's what breaking the silence was about, is mental pain. And for you to push through, for all the people that needed that, bro, like, yo, man, my head goes off to you, bro. I can do nothing but just say how proud I am of you and what you accomplished, man, and being able to get that done. And your picture, bro, when you were like, yo, 4 miles left, yo, I know your attitude was horrible, bro. Like, yo, look, when you text me, bro, I felt the aggression in the text.
Dude, I ran my fastest run was my last run. That's how pissed I was. I was like, oh, really? And I beat it by a minute. I was so pissed. So, but no, seriously, it was crazy. It was a wild experience, and the support everybody gave me was amazing. And the weirdest thing was I think I texted you.
Yeah, you did.
1 o'clock Sunday morning, I was in a really bad spot. I was very, very dehydrated. I was cramping up, and I was like, I'm not really sure I'm gonna get through this. And actually, Paul Parisi, who actually follows us on Twitter, he buys our shirts, he's a really cool guy. He actually texted me. He's like, hey, bro, how you doing, man? You need anything? Get through it. Like, and I was I was bad shape, really, really bad shape. So I was like, you know what? You're just going to go to the gym. I'm going to go to the gym, get on the elliptical and see what happens, and just kind of get through it. And you're just sitting here, you're not sure. It's a kind of sink or swim kind of mode here. You're going to quit, or you're going to fucking find a way to get through it. And it was the ultimate mind fuck where you're like, this is crazy. And the weird thing was, like, I was cramping really bad. And then, like, after the 6-minute mark, you start feeling better. The 22-minute mark, I'm like, oh shit, I'm all right. And then it was like you hit the wall, and it was like, what are you going to do here? And that was kind of the thing with mental illness. Mental health is the same way, man. Like, you get in those spots where you're in that deep, dark spot. What do? Do you give up and you say, you know what, I'm going to stay here, or do I find a way to get out? And that's kind of the thing you kept in your mind the whole time. And I'm telling you, the support you guys all gave me it helped me so much, and it was cool to see. And then the really cool thing is, we can go to football next, but is a lot of people were sharing their stories with me about things they struggle with themselves. And the stories were touching. A guy spoke out about how his daughter committed suicide, and it was like, it brought me to tears. Like, I was like, this is wild. Like, you don't know me, I don't know you, and you're sharing this story with me. And you're like, we gotta, you gotta find ways to help things. It was bigger than the run, it was bigger than the money, and that was, raising the money was great, but the stories that were shared and the impact that it had, and it was like, dude, it was mind blowing. It was crazy, man. So, it was a wild experience. Thank you, everybody. And just remember, mental health matters, man. There's a lot of people struggling in silence, and you got to break the silence, man. It's really, really important.
And we so proud of you, bro. Like, I'm just saying, bro. Like, you win a lot, bro, and what you got done.
Well done, bro. Cheers.
Salute, bro. Look, my water to you, baby.
Water? What the fuck is that?
Yo, listen, no BS, man. I bought me a Monte Cristo. Yo, I did smoke that junk. Yo, I was gonna do a video with him. Yo, when you got done, I was like, my boy.
Well, like Jamal Adams?
So we got a lot of news. So the question I have is, I hate to be the "I told you so" guy, but when it comes to Jose, I mean, can I just say I told you so? I mean, I've been saying this since what? How long have I been saying this for? It's been what? At least 6 months now, right?
How bad does it have to suck to trade your franchise quarterback to get back what you gave up to get Jamal Adams? Like they made that trade 10 times worse.
Nah,
Now
Tyson
Joe Douglas just got to cash in on pick 10. Final nail in the coffin.
Yep.
Tyson put out the best tweet ever, dude. Tyson was like, "Yo, 3-2 Jamal actual trade. When's it coming?" Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't, listen, you can't listen. And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Couldn't have happened to a better team. And I like Pete Carroll. Couldn't happen to a better guy, bro. Couldn't happen. That's all I'm saying.
And welcome to the rebuild, Jose.
And the thing is, now you'll see Jamal Adams' true colors. He's all. It's not about it's about the culture. It's about the mindset. It's about this. All right, show us your true leadership now, because you bailed on the Jets and the going got tough. The going's clearly going to get tough in Seattle unless they trade for Deshaun Watson. So we'll see. So you have that. You have the biggest story for me, other than the Russell Wilson going to the AFC, is that. Like every year, the franchise tag has now taken away all the names that everybody's been talking about for the last 5 months. So other than the whole thing is, if you want to trigger somebody on social media, all you got to say is Kyle Hamilton and the Jets, which is getting kind of old now. It's like your stories are getting lame here. But the other thing is mentioning names that we can't get. The Devontae Adams, the Mike Williams, the Chris Godwin, all the tight ends are all gone now. So now you're really going to see what Joe Douglas is made of, because now you're at your plan B. Because all your plan A's for the most part are gone, and the plan A's that may be available.
But was it plan A though?
Well, that's what I was getting at. Or they could say, you know what? Any smart general manager realized that a good portion of these guys are going to be franchised. Now the question is, we'll start with wide receiver first. Is to me the top of the market once it happens will be Amari Cooper and Allen Robinson. Those are going to be the two biggest names that everybody's going to covet. Not only the fans, but a lot of teams as well. I guess prime time. I'll start with you. Is do the Jets even make a play, or now with the limited market, is the price tag going to be too high?
They're going to make a play for, all these guys. They're going to talk to all of them. Will they make a legitimate, realistic offer? Probably not. I think what we have to ask is, first, how many major free agents are they actually planning to sign? I think they signed maybe one prominent free agent and then one guy around that $10 to $12 million range, something like that. But you got to ask also, if you can get a legitimate number one at pick 10, number one wide receiver, does that maybe make you say, all right, if I can get a corner like a Carlton Davis, is that more of an option if I think maybe that Gardner and Stingley are going to be gone at corner?
Yep.
So do you weigh what you could do in the draft versus free agency? I think all these guys getting tagged, not just the receivers, but across the board, all these free agents going off the board, I think it's a blessing in disguise. Get what you're going to do, what you're going to do in the draft, be in position to take the best player available. That was the philosophy all along. So don't allow certain free agents to kind of get you off that.
So for wide receiver, you're not making a big play for Robinson or Cooper?
What's the big play?
I mean, they're going to get top of the line money. They're the two best guys out there. There's going to be a bidding war.
Are you signing either of those guys to a 4-year contract for $20 million?
Probably not.
Mike Williams just got 3 years, $20 million. Do you feel comfortable giving either of those guys that? I don't think so.
What about you, Tyrone?
No, I'm a little different in primetime. I was really, really on the draft, and I like a lot of the young receivers in the draft. But for me personally, I think to help Zach out more, somebody like Cooper could really, really boost Zach up. Listen, the big thing we had last year with Elijah came in, hit that learning curve. So when he hit that learning curve, it took him a while to get adjusted to the speed of the game. Just practice, whatever it was, injuries, whatever. So bringing in a guy like Cooper could really, really, that system can flourish. You have giving Zach another solid target with that with veteran leadership might be the right move. But what are you going to give him?
What do you feel comfortable paying him?
In prime time, I think this is the problem with everybody getting tagged. I think, they're probably, I think both of them probably get around 16, 17, 18, 20 million. Listen, Jacksonville.
Mike Williams just got what? 3 years, 60?
So they're going to,
right.
exactly. So they're going to
get at least that, I would think.
At least. Yep. So there's no way we make a move for them. So I think now that Joe Douglas had to have a plan. I think he already had a plan of a mid-tier guy, and then going with a rookie in the draft, which I think is probably the best.
if you don't go Amari Cooper and you don't go Allen Robinson, which I think primetime they're going to do the right thing. They're going to make a play and let everybody in the media know we made an offer to quiet all the fans. They're going to play the media game, but it won't be enough.
We showed interest.
Yeah, we showed interest, which they'll show interest in everybody because the Jets are always showing interest. But I think they could probably explore the Christian Kirk, the DJ Chark. But the name that keeps coming up now, and it's already in our chat everywhere, is DK Metcalf, who's got 1 year left on his deal, young guy, explosive guy. But it's twofold. What are you going to trade to get him if Seattle is indeed having a fire sale? And then once you trade for him, what are you going to be paying him?
Exactly.
Yep.
If it's gonna come down to trading a first round pick and giving a big time contract, which it will, I don't think Joe Douglas is the type of guy that's going to do that. I think he's so invested in this draft and in these draft picks that he's accumulated over the last 2 years. I think he wants to build through the draft. I don't think he's given up assets to get a receiver that he might be able to get at pick 10.
Yeah, I can't give up number 10. Then the pick 10, I can't do it. You want to talk a second round pick? You want to go lower because you got to figure the contracts everybody's talking about now with Cooper and everybody else. What do you think DK is going to want? He's going to want the same big ass contract.
Would you do both? Would you do both seconds?
No.
Oof, probably not.
No, I wouldn't.
Probably not.
Listen, I think that we have other pressing needs. Don't get me wrong. He's a good player, but you have to give him, bro. You're going to have to give him upwards of $70, $80 million off the rip. You know what I'm saying?
But see, the question I have is, I'm going to get roasted for this, but I understand what DK Metcalf is, but he's also due for you're giving up draft compensation and big contract. If you draft the receiver at 10, what's the difference? What's the drop? Like,
and is he a fit for this offense that values route running?
Yeah.
Yep. Because who do we have
on him in Seattle? I mean, Jose, you can probably answer on that a little bit more, but I feel like he's more just like that big physical specimen. He can go downfield, but they tend to knock his route running.
But can you? My question, I guess, is can you draft a version of DK at 10 and not have to give $80 million in draft compensation to get him? Like, can you? Like, I'm not sure. I don't think I would do that.
I don't know if you necessarily need that though. If you get a solid tight end, but listen, we have a half a DK on the staff now who can't run rights, who can't run routes and don't get on the field. That's what he was supposed to be. So why would you go? Draft?
I didn't want to take it there.
Yeah, but listen, why would you trade for a player that's similar to him in that nature? You know what I'm saying? Listen, the one thing you want to give your quarterback is anything a short route runner. Somebody that's a bigger target they can catch. You know what I'm saying? You know, what we thought Corey Davis would be. You know what I'm saying? So
we hope he is.
I mean, jury's still out on that. But I'm just saying, like, listen, the draft.
You're not dependent on Corey Davis to be anything. I mean, if he performs great this year and stays on the field, that's awesome. But if he doesn't, he's gone.
Primetime, listen, I'm not looking for him to give me anything. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole point of it. That's why I want to get a solid receiver in for our quarterback. We got Elijah. Get somebody in the draft. That's how you build this team up. I mean, you have to because you can't count on a player that hasn't really shown anything who dropped big. Listen, Zach has some bad throws. Zach has some really good throws too that were dropped.
But now, just to counter that, I mean, again, just to play the devil's advocate on everything, if you do happen to land Thibodeau, let's say at pick 4, and then Hamilton sitting there at 10, or Gardner drops to 10 at corner, then what do you do?
I'm taking one of those easily. Listen. There's a lot of good players in the late rounds. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at the kid from North Dakota. Looking at the kid Burks might end up falling. You're looking at somebody like the kid from Penn State. You got great players back later in the draft. You know, the biggest thing that we want, man, is we really want somebody. The kid from Cincinnati, another kid that's rising up in draft boards.
But the question is, if you want to say, you know what, we're not going to trade for Metcalf, we're not going to make a play for Robinson and Cooper, we'll get like a mid-tier guy, say Christian Kirk, for example, I'll go with that. But now the question is, how do you handle a tight end position? Because today, obviously, Gesicki's gone, Schultz is gone. I mean, all the names everybody wanted are gone. I mean, I've been on the Tyler Conklin thing for 3 months now. I think he'd be a good fit in the offense. But where do you go there then? Because it's like, you want to get some kind of impact players in free agency and not rely heavily on the draft, right? Or are you going to say, you know what, we're going to draft everybody, don't worry about it?
Tight end, I feel like, is set up perfect for them to sign a free agent that's in that mid-tier. That's probably going to be, a pretty good value signing. I know you bring up Conklin. There's who's the other guy that I keep bringing up from? I'm drawing a blank.
Tunyon?
Not Tunyon. There's Uzama. There's Tunyon. There's somebody else that I really wanted to tight. OJ Howard. So like you have those, So you have those four, you have those 4 guys that are gonna, again, they're not gonna be a ton of money, but then you could take one of them and then you pair it with a guy in the 3rd round, 4th round. There's plenty of depth in this draft class,
and
I think that's a perfect solution. You don't need that legitimate number 1. Like it would be nice to have, but you can even take 2 tight ends in this draft.
Yep.
Got no problem
And
with
that.
that.
And prime time, listen, I totally agree with you. You know what I'm saying? The kid from Ohio State, he'll beat it in the 3rd round. The kid from Nevada, he'll beat it in the 3rd round. You know what I'm saying? Ferguson might drop. You never know. Listen, and the thing about it is, the one good thing that we have is, you know what I'm saying, the Senior Bowl. We were able to you know what I'm saying, to see 4 or 5 good tight ends. So, you know what I'm saying, we're looking at, and they probably rate these guys by level. Okay, he's 2nd round, he's 3rd round, he's 4th.
So what is it? So you're telling me right now to not have any expectations at wide receiver or tight end in free agency?
I don't have any expectations for anything in free agency.
Yeah.
And I'm not even mad about it. Like, I'm not even saying it like in a negative way at all. Just that I think they want to have as many options as possible in the draft to take the best player available and still keep the financial flexibility, as Joe Douglas likes to say, going into next year to build around your 2 draft classes. Because I'm pretty much washing out that first one.
So you don't think they're going to be aggressive at all to get some kind of like big time
They'll
playmaker here?
They'll get one guy. They'll get one
Yeah.
maybe like a Carlton Davis, a corner. Maybe they go after a Jensen at center, somebody like that. Other than that, I don't think they're going to make any major splashes. And I don't think, I'm not saying it in a negative way at all. I just think they want to build through the draft, and they're going to sign a lot of these mid-tier guys. Because again, look at all the money that some of the guys got today. Cam Robinson got $16 million. With all this money that's being thrown around, especially after the first wave of free agents are gone, you're going to get some really good value in there. So
absolutely.
Not that I like to play the value. I know we need some high-end guys, but they're actually going to get some good value in free agency in that 2nd tier.
And I think a lot of reports I've been reading, we're going after a center. So the kid from Tampa Bay and the kid from Baltimore. You know
Bozeman,
both,
from the Ravens.
yes, both of these guys.
You know what that means? You know what that means, Tyrone, right?
You mean your man
if you're reading about it, it's not going to happen because nobody's going to write about the Jets in 2, 3 under Joe Douglas. Nobody's been right yet about anything he's done.
Listen, the one thing I like to see him do before the draft. Shut up. One thing I like to see him do
your
before
dog?
the draft. Yes. Yo, he got look.
Your dog's got a hot take right now.
Look how big he's got though. Dude. Look at him, man. Look at him. Yo, look at this dude, man.
Dude, the weight you lost, you gave to him? What the hell's going on?
Yo, this dude eats everything, bro. When I say everything, bro, like, yo, he eats everything, man. Anything moving. Listen, look at Monty, man. Look at Monty slimming down, man. Look at him. Look how sad he look, man. Dog is starving, man. Like, yo, he's eating his food, bro. He's a bully, man. Hey, dog's different, man. He's different, definitely different. But listen, no, I like to see him adjust the offensive line. I like to see him give Fant an extension. I like to see him do something on defense. I like to see him, you know what I'm saying? But like, he's not going to go crazy and go for these top tier players. I mean, listen, Robinson's going to want too much. Cooper's the guy I really want, but he's, you know what I'm saying? And everything else been washed away. Your boy really's gone for the season. You know, so everything that we thought could happen, or possibly something happen, or being able to be in touch with a player. So why not improve? Listen, I would love for us to improve our center. I really would. And let McGovern go. I really would. I don't know if it's going to happen. It would be a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Here's an interesting one. Ryan says, well, first of all, Ryan, thank you for all your help. Could you see them push offensive free agency and defense in the draft? And then I actually think it would be the opposite. For some reason, I think in free agency, the Jets are going to go defense, and the draft they're going to go offense. I think it's going to be the opposite.
You can't have that mindset though. Because what if you go one direction, and let's say you sign defense in free agency, and then Thibodeau's there at 4 and Gardner's there at 10. Are you not taking the best players available because you signed some free agents?
You have to.
Okay, say Hamilton at 10. That's fine too.
I'm only kidding. I'm just trying to get my clicks and my likes.
But let me ask you a
even if it is him though, if he's the best player available, are you not taking the best player available because you signed somebody in free agency?
But let me ask you a question. Like, okay.
No, but I'm saying
he's everywhere right now.
No, but I think I'm just saying is like we just talked about just now. Even Tyrone, where it's I think your big. This is just my opinion. I think the big splash could be going after Carlton Davis, giving him $17 million a year, getting some other players. But the draft, your second, third rounds could be tight ends, receivers, run, whatever. Like I think they stockpile all offense there. Where instead of chasing the big name receivers, they're going to go. Say you go receiver at 10, you go tight end second round. You do like your higher. That's what I kind of think it's going to go, but I don't know.
Let me ask you guys a question. Say Thibodeau's there for and the kid from North Carolina, NC State, the tackle guard,
Aquano.
Aquano, yes. Who are you taking?
If he's there at 10?
No, he's there at 4.
Oh, him or Thibodeau?
Yes, who you taking?
I think if Thibodeau's there, he's the pick.
Who do you
Tyson?
you're saying
tried to say there.
You're saying Aquanu and Thibodeau are both available at 4? Who went top 3?
Evans,
Neil Hutchinson.
Yeah, something like that. Cool. Who would you take it for?
Aquanu.
See, listen, I want Thibodeau.
I probably would, man. The
I-
Thibodeau thing is just.
You've
Yes.
been bitching about our pass rush every.
Yep.
Oh,
But prime
I'm that guy
time,
right
listen,
now.
prime time, listen. I'm not gonna BS you, prime time.
what?
Like, yo, Tyson, I'm kind of with you now. Yo,
Yep.
watching this kid, bro. Listen, him and AVT, bro. You got some monsters right there, bro.
Yep.
That could really help, man. I just listen.
What if
You make
Becton-
your
what if
offensive
Becton- what-
lineup.
The
what if-
same
what if
value.
Becton's
The
healthy
same
all year?
value is there later, huh?
What if Becton's healthy all year?
No. Listen, I'm playing a Quando at guard.
Yeah, guard.
Okay.
Playing a guard.
You,
All right.
you got Becton and Fanta. You got Vera Tucker and
Yes.
Quando and a center. Dude, that offensive line
Yo,
would be
it-
Guard-
scared.
yo, that's
Guard-
exactly,
guard a pick four?
Exactly. Well, let me ask you guys another question. Okay, say that
Oof.
Thibodeau's gone, Hutchinson's gone, and Aquano's gone. Who are you taking?
It's a free agency show. What are you saying here? We're talking
Ah,
free
listen,
agency
I
tonight.
just want-
What do you-
I listen because Tyson, it's been racking my brain. I've been wanting. Listen, I really wanted to secretly text you guys and ask you guys this question.
So
Because
what is it? Who's gone?
Thibodeau, Hutchinson, and Aquano. Who will you take at four? That's the scary part, right?
Oof.
That's the
Oof.
scary part. That's why I say you gotta do what you have to do
Neil.
in free agency. Would you?
Hmm.
Prime time.
I'm trading it. I'm trading.
See,
Are you gonna go? Are you gonna go corner there? I mean, yeah, it's easy to say trade it, but who's coming up to get somebody though? That's the thing.
Somebody will take it.
somebody would. I hope. Listen, you know what sucks so bad, bro? This is the one draft that this shit never happens. That we got 2 picks in the top 10, and it's not a quarterback nobody wants. You can't make
Yeah, but
this
you know what?
shit up, bro.
There's going to be a lot's going to change between now and the pro days and everything else. There's going to be names that are skyrocketing, players. Like you see all these insane combine workouts and everything else. But we'll stick to free agency. We got a lot of people in the studio here. We got so Jay is just like, I need to be on right now because I have a hot take.
Oh
Usually
my
when
God.
Jay says that, it's not a hot take. It's some nonsense. We gotta listen to some spiel for about 5 minutes.
I know where this is going to. I know where
And
this
this
is
is,
going.
and you know what it is? And it is, if you follow him on social media, he walks the beach, you see some abandoned boat, which he probably caused the crash himself.
This is gonna be rough.
Unmute yourself,
course
sir.
you're muted.
Oh, the goat
That's
has
it.
returned. That's my guy. That's my guy. What's up,
That's the
baby?
intro I wanted. Tyson's got me coming in on some bullshit. Tyrone's giving me
Yo,
love.
the goat is here, baby. Yo, Jay, those pictures of you on the beach, bro. You look happy, baby. You look real happy out there, man.
That's 'cause he's in
I miss
love.
you, bro. I miss you.
This is this is gonna be the
Tyson,
ultimate redemption story once he tells
Tyson,
it.
he was like, yo, beautiful weather. I got my girl. What else I need? That's my guy, though. That's my man right there. The
I'm
greatest
saying.
of all time. The GOAT, baby.
We have his full
Welcome
attention for
home,
about
man.
3 minutes, and he'll probably take a phone call or something.
No, you got my full attention all night. I'm ready to talk because we're gonna get into some crazy Jet stuff. Kevin knows. Yo, my girlfriend Tyrone is the bartender from the bar in Charlotte that we went to on Saturday. The girl I gave the teddy bear to, that's my
The stuff
girlfriend.
down there.
Oh,
It's
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's that bamboo. Listen,
Unbelievable.
Bro. Hey, bro, listen. Well, you got it, baby. Ain't no wrong
Hey.
with it. I'm happy for you, man. I miss
We
you,
were
bro.
doing shots of Fireman Ed, all crazy amounts.
Oh, yo,
she tells a
hold on.
crazy
Yo, you got
story
that
about
one? Yo, you got-
all the Jameson we were drinking.
Oh, I'm hating, bro. For real? Oh,
For real,
my
for real.
God. She was absolutely amazing, bro.
Yeah, she's
Hey,
fire.
look,
Better
man,
watch out, Jay.
call me later,
I
man.
know.
Yo, you got-
You're
I need
stealing your
some
girl
help.
over here.
Yo, bro, what? Oh, my God. She's beautiful, bro.
Prime time, we got to do a dating show or something. We got to get back.
No, we got to switch vibes. I got a hot
Let's
take.
talk
I got a
dating.
hot take.
All
hot
right.
take.
Let's go.
Okay, so you know how Primetime's main goal last offseason was to keep Sam, trade the pick,
Oh, no.
right, and not take a quarterback and get all those picks. I have a feeling that if we did that, we would be staring at Russell Wilson on the Jets right now.
Oh,
How about that? And now my question is, would you
no,
rather have
I'm not
Zach
going back
Wilson-
down that route. No.
Okay, my question is, would you rather have Zach Wilson and the picks that we have right now, or would you rather have Russell Wilson and like last year's pick, or whatever picks we accumulate, or we'd have a whole bunch of picks because we could have traded a bunch of picks.
Yeah, but was Russell Wilson was the Jets on Russell Wilson's radar? That he want teams he wanted to play for.
I mean, you never know it. What if they they
would've.
traded those picks?
He was willing to go to the
if they
Giants?
traded that pick last year and acquired a whole haul of picks and drafted a whole bunch of crazy players, and then they were like a better team that he was.
So
going
instead of
after.
talking about what ifs, about things that aren't going to happen, let's talk about things that can happen. Let's talk about who you want in free agency this year. How about that, Lovebird?
What a
Fair enough.
deflection.
Yeah, he just steered away from that. I want to hear Kev's take on that. I'm just really curious about that.
Believe it or not,
nobody cares about the quarterback.
believe it
We're
or
all
not,
Zach Wilson fans here. Nobody, look, this is
quick
look,
answer.
this.
I'm actually cool with Zach.
This is a poor
I'm
hot take,
cool
I must
with
say.
Just
There you
things
go.
being complete rebuild right now. Do it the right way. Build around your young quarterback. I'm invested now.
Jay's getting
All right.
Russell Wilson's on the downside. He's on the
Tyson,
downside.
I see what Tyson was trying to
Let's
do.
hope.
He was trying to steer the comments away from the hate that was heading my direction. I see what he's trying to do. I respect it. I want DK Metcalf. I do. I would trade a second round pick for him in a second. I wouldn't give up number 10 for him, but I would trade the second round pick for him. No doubt about it.
2 seconds? Would you give up 2 seconds?
I think so. Look who we drafted in the second round. A couple Stephen Hills. Yeah, I'll give up 2 seconds.
We can't have that mindset, man. You can't have that.
You can get your
I have
tight
a
end
mindset.
and another starter.
DK Metcalf is a guarantee.
Early
You
second
put
round.
DK
It's almost a
Metcalf,
first
Corey
round pick.
Davis and Elijah Moore as our wide receivers. You can just lock that up, and then
you're gonna give up number 10 pick for him.
No, but I'll give up the number. I'll give up 2 seconds.
And then you're willing to give him a new contract, $17 million per year.
He's gonna get more
who
than
are
that.
we paying?
I'm just asking the questions here.
He's a legit, guaranteed, surefire stud. You put him on the outside with Corey Davis, and you have Elijah Moore running the slot, and you have a serious offense. And then you have 2 first-round draft picks still, and a whole bunch of other picks. I think I would do 2 second-rounder. When you said that, Kevin Tyson, you said no. I'll give up 2 seconds for him. What if you had a second-round pick and you drafted DK Metcalf? You'd be pretty psyched.
You think he's the right fit for the offense, though?
Yeah.
That's my bigger concern more than anything else. All right.
He's kind of a glorified Denzel Mims, though. You know what I'm saying? Listen, he really can't run right. He's a go route and slanter. You know what I'm saying? Listen,
Glorified Denzel Mims couldn't even get on the field. This dude's an all-pro.
Listen, Jay, but listen, we got Russell Wilson back there as well, though. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm not trading 2 first-round and 2 second-round picks for him. 1, you can get it. 2, not happening. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna quit over here, man. What happened to Jay, man? She got you out there like that, big fella.
I do live in a different state than where the bar was. Yes, I do. I do live in a different state than where the bar was. But the crazy thing is, and I didn't even tell Primetime yet. She's moving down here in June, so she's moving in with me. So
when you listen, when you
that's like official.
That's what you do, baby.
Yeah, I'm like a bobblehead, right?
So you came in with the hot take claim, and nobody's really buying your hot takes right now.
No, well, people are they're not understanding what I'm trying to do here because if I'm being honest, I'd rather have Russ. I'd rather have Russ and like a haul of picks and roll in right now with Russ and.
But you're
but
sitting here.
That haul of picks you'd be giving up for Wilson.
Yeah. No, because you could have given up you figure you could have given Seattle the Jamal Adams picks back, right? The Jamal Adams pick and your 1.
So you want to play in the what if land tonight. We're playing this what if Russell Wilson land tonight.
Yeah, I'm playing what if Russell Wilson land. I think it's fair. It's the offseason. We can have these
boring, man. It's not. We're a week away from free agency, man. We ain't talking about this bull. That's some shit you pull out in like January, man. We're bored out of our minds and drunk.
The guy was just traded like 4 hours ago. What do you want from me? I want to talk about it. There wasn't something to talk about in January.
I don't get.
Yeah, I do have a question. Let me ask you a question. So. Going into the draft, man, like using the 4th and the 10th pick, what direction you want to go, man? Yo, that's funny, bro.
I walked into a buzzsaw tonight, man, but I should have expected that. That's what
that was funny.
Oh shit!
Yo.
I'm happy my girlfriend as I watch this. She's breaking me after this performance. It's terrible.
Yo, that's crazy.
There is no Jets before my apartment. I took all the Jets shit down because it made me sad. You got no Jet stuff up back there.
You're just shit out of you.
But back to
that's what happens.
Back to the question, Jay.
What the hell was the question?
We're
talking free agency, Tyrone. What the fuck?
I just said we take at 4 and 10.
Free agency. That's the draft.
I want to know Jay's opinion. Can I have it, please? Yo, listen.
What are we doing
I ain't
here?
get to see my man Jay in forever, bro. Can I just act my man Jay?
Dude, just talk about
where he's at.
Yo, you guys got to step Tyrone's audio up, man. I can barely hear him.
Yo,
you're not missing much.
Treat me like that?
I heard him.
Wow.
I heard him.
See, that's just how
I heard 4 and 10.
Yo, I'm real light skinned over here now, man. Hurt my feelings, man.
It's true. Trevor's right.
Free agency show. Tyrone's talking with number 4 pick of the draft.
I still want to know.
Nobody.
Oh, I want Thibodeau. Give me Thibodeau. All that talk about he doesn't love to play. Yo, think people go crazy during the combines. They start looking at these stupid measurables and nobody gives a shit about. Just look at the tape. That's why the combine and all this stuff is what convinces people to draft Vernon Golston and not like draft actual football players. Give me a break. Thibodeau that guy's a beast. I want him all day, every day. If he's there at number 4 and we don't take him, that's crazy. Unless we take an offensive lineman, I guess I'm fine with that too.
Jay, thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it.
Hey, man, love you, bro. Hey,
I thought I was coming in hot. I just got roasted. That was a tough spot. I'll be better next time.
I appreciated the redemption story with the teddy bear, man.
Yo,
That's a
I
solid
ain't even
ending.
mad because yo, Shorty was bad, so I ain't mad at Jay. Yo,
We made fun of him too. We were like, we're just
Yeah, he spent like $58 on that teddy bear.
Yep.
yo,
Money well
All
spent.
right, so we will go to we'll bounce back strong. We're bring Bubs
teddy
on.
bear now.
Hello.
Gotta get this back.
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
So,
what's going on, bro?
Tyson, I'd just like to say congrats on finishing the run.
Oh, thank you, man.
It's really a great thing that you're doing and for a great cause and helping a lot of people out there. But I wanted to talk about DK and then some other stuff too with free agency starting to heat up. I was going to ask you guys what you guys would be willing. I know you guys said like what your preferred deal would be picks wise. I would love to have DK as a Jet. I think it's he's definitely a true number 1 receiver. My only concern is if he showed a little bit last year saying that he was frustrated with losing and stuff, if he would be okay coming here with a young quarterback, and if he's not getting the ball or Wilson goes through a stretch of games where he's going through a little bit of a slump, which young players do.
Yep.
I'm just concerned that's going to cause havoc for Wilson and in the locker room. And when you're trying to build a foundation, bring those guys in, it's always a little bit of concern.
Excellent point.
So I would love to have him, but I wouldn't give up the 2 first-round picks. But the concern, there is definitely some concerns with it as
So
well.
what would you give up? What's the least you would give up, or the most you would give up to get him?
Because now with the tight end, a lot of tight ends being off the board, I know the possibility of getting Howard and some of those guys like that. I would definitely think one of our second-round picks probably going to be for a tight end like McBride or something. So I'd probably give up a second-round pick. That would probably be my highest pick I'd give up. I wouldn't give up a first.
No, I completely agree. And then I kind of agree too about his attitude and his mindset and just bringing him into the culture the Jets are trying to establish. It doesn't, for some reasons, like you only see so much being an out of town fan, but I kind of had the same feeling with him. So if you look at how the franchise tags played out today, Mike Williams got signed, Calvin Ridley suspended. What do you want to do at wide receiver right now?
Yeah, I mean, obviously with all the guys being off the board, I would, and even Ridley too getting suspended is another name. I would look towards Kirk's an option. I know some people have spun around the idea of DJ Moore could be a possibility because you're already working with Elijah Moore and Davis and whatever happens with Berrios. So bringing DJ Moore in would be a nice, solid asset. But I just there's not really that one guy. Cooper, I would think would be great. I really like Allen Robinson. But I mean Cooper, I don't think it's gonna happen. I think he's just gonna get too much, especially with all these other receivers getting a lot. And with all the teams fighting over him, it's going to get so big. Douglas isn't going to go out.
Well,
which I agree with.
Well, the thing is, too, with Cooper and Allen Robinson, I think you're going to have to pay. I think if you're the Jets, you have to overpay because you can't guarantee them their 90 catches and 1,400 yards. That's the problem. Like they're going to want to come, especially Allen Robinson, where it's like he's been playing with such shitty quarterbacks and situations where he's going to want, he wants opportunity to showcase what he can do and win. So if you're the Jets, can you sell them? Listen, we're going to give you 1,200 yards, 15 touchdowns, and win 10 games this year.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do it.
Or does he take a 1-year contract to be the number 1 guy? Have a prove it deal, sign a bigger contract next year?
How's he going to prove it here? What is he going to prove here by catching 40 passes, 50 passes?
I'm saying if he comes here as the number 1 guy,
but he brings in
puts up 90 catches.
If Zach has the best,
because I mean,
his value's going to go
right now. How much money do you think he's really going to get, Robinson?
16, 17 million a year.
Yep.
Yeah, depending on how much.
And if it's a 1-year deal, I want one of the best quarterbacks I can play with to make sure my numbers are so good. My next year's deal is going to be twice as much as this year. The Jets can't really,
That's fair.
Why wouldn't he go to Green Bay? Sign a 1-year deal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They have any money left?
Anywhere.
Nah, bro. Listen, they'll find money. I'm just saying, if you go somewhere with a good quarterback, bro, he's going to bring his value up. Listen, Joe Douglas is not going to sign a receiver for 1 year. He's not going to sign him for $20 million. That's what it would take for him to come here, $20 million. He's not coming in for 17, bro. And Zach is still learning. Don't get me wrong. I think Zach will improve this year, and I think another good receiver will definitely help him out. I just don't see that happening.
So then, Bubs. Then, if you're looking at that with wide receiver, what are your thoughts on the tight end position now? With Gesicki's gone, Schultz is gone.
Yeah.
Njoku's gone.
Yeah, I really wanted Schultz so badly, but now that he's gone, it's definitely stinks a little bit. But I'd be fine with Howard. I think at this point anything's really an upgrade at the tight end position. Just bring in a guy who's solid, who can block, who can catch
Tyler
passes.
Conklin, man, I'm telling you, it's the guy.
Conklin, or if you wait until the draft and you wait it out to get McBride or somebody like that, could be an option. But I think at this point, with Schultz being off the board, I'm okay with anybody, really. It's really not great.
You're that desperate. You're like, just give me a body. Anybody better than Ryan Griffin at this point.
I've been wanting a tight end for so long. It's just, I don't know why we've it's bad.
Ozuma for the Bengals, other guy. Yep.
Ozuma. No, yeah.
But the thing is, you're curious. Well, I'm curious because the same thing with the wide receiver group where the top guys got franchise tagged. Not a tight end position the same way where the top guys got tagged. Now will a guy like Howard get overpaid, or will some of these guys that shouldn't make as much get more now because of just the limited market?
Definitely.
So. Yeah, I agree.
I want to know, are there any players on defense that you'd make a call to, like early in free agency? I know some people have brought up like Hassan Reddick, Carlton Davis. I think there's one article that had Tyrann Mathieu as a potential target. Like any of those guys you go after?
Man. Yeah, Tyrann Mathieu
for the culture,
actually was. Tyrann Mathieu I was actually going to. I know I read into him a little bit about. I don't think he's going to come here, but he could be an option. Carlton Davis definitely. I don't know. I just have this weird feeling. I know we're more talking about free agency, but I don't know. I know the mock drafts, you can't read into all of it, but I just think that the Jets, I could see them taking some more defense in the draft. I don't know. I mean, I think it could go many ways, but I would like Carlton Davis. I mean, Matthew could be an option, but he is getting up there in age. So to pay a guy a good amount of money for being, 30 years old or 29, 30 years old could be a little bit of a risk.
The Jets, how many times we tried to get Tyrann Mathieu? 2 or 3 times since I've been from I remember, right? Every time he was available, we wanted to get him. We wanted to trade for him, get him. But see, I
wanted to draft him.
Yeah, me too. So it's like, I think at this point, he wants to go to, stay at that high caliber winning team, a playoff level team. I'm not sure he wants to be a part of a rebuild. I mean, he has the mindset to do. He's a very good player and a leader, but I'm not sure if he's in that mold. But the safety position is one you got to look at, though. I think the last show, everybody said, hey, you know what? We need veteran safeties. There's plenty of them out there. It doesn't matter which one you want to go after and how much you want to spend on them.
And I think Primetime made a great point earlier, man. The second tier of this free agency is amazing. You're going to get some really good players, man, for
bargain basement shopping. Here we come.
No, it's not bargain basement shopping. It's just a
here we come
player.
again.
Listen, if you like,
I can't wait for this next week.
Actually, I think.
Yeah, if you like depth in a lot of positions, why not get a second tier guy to come in when the first guys are already going to be gone? Listen, I think we might make one splash, or we might try to get someone, but I don't see it. I just don't see anybody that.
So let me understand this. Free agency starts next Monday. We got to stream next Monday night because I want to be here for all the chaos. Because I want to be here when everybody panics, when Joe Douglas does absolutely nothing on the first day of free agency.
Nothing.
Then day 2 comes.
Nothing.
Late day 2, he starts making his moves, and then day 3 make moves, and then we wait a week, make more moves.
And then we're going to the Super Bowl. Yep.
And then we won free agency. We killed free agency.
Yep.
Well, that first day is so hard, man. Especially when it does nothing, man. That shit. I'm checking my phone every 5 minutes, bro.
Dude, free agency starts at 12. By 4 o'clock, half of Jets Twitter's pissed off. Joe Douglas is a bum. He's got no plan. We're not doing shit. By 8 o'clock, Rich Cimini's already calling the same old Jets. Everybody hates the world. Cancel the season. By 9 o'clock the next day, it's like fire Salah. He's horrible. We don't know what the fuck we're doing. By 1 o'clock, everybody's happy again. It's like a 36-hour cycle of hate everything we suck, till we win, we're great.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Can't wait for it.
I just have 2 more things. Number one, I know defenses. I know this is more free agency, but after, and I know a lot of people like Thibodeau, but after hearing him talk in the media day, he's definitely a culture guy. Definitely somebody who could turn this thing around.
I could not disagree with you more on that, because you know what he was in that media day? Going into the combine, everybody questioned him, saying, we're not sure if he's a football guy, if he loves this. So what they did was they coached him on exactly what to say and how to answer every freaking question. And if anything, he was reciting notes from his head, like, you must say this, you must say that, you must sell this. He sold this shit, dude. I didn't buy it, dude. To me, that was the most obvious coached answers I've ever seen.
How do you know that's not who he is?
Bro, come on.
What?
You knew he was gonna. We don't know who he is, but we knew he was going to answer that question intelligently and be well spoken on it all weekend long. You knew it.
So wait, hold on. So we're taking points away.
I'm not taking points, but I'm not walking away impressed.
Question correctly?
No, I'm not walking away impressed by like, oh wait, that speech just sold me. He's a lockdown, can't miss player. The questions were so obvious. The answers were so obvious to me.
I think what it is, man.
One more quick thing.
I don't have a beef with him, but like to say, oh wow, based on his answers, I'm now impressed. No, I'm not impressed. He had to say that. If he didn't, it'd be a bigger concern.
It's on the pony show, but the one thing I like about the kid is a road grader, bro. He's nasty and he wants to finish, and that's what I like about him the most. You know what I'm saying?
So it's prime time.
Like,
put him on the line, baby.
I think the real answers are on film, though. I mean, like talk with his coaches. I mean, watch the film, watch him in between plays. Like you get a real feel for who the player is.
Tyson made the best point earlier.
They're all going to say the same shit.
People go to the combine and fall in love with players, right? And then what happens, man? You know what I'm saying? Like
we draft them and they suck.
No. They run a slow. They run a slow 40 or they don't do something. But the kid Tate, he does it. These guys who run these 4.3s and 4.26s, they don't play at that speed. So why do I want somebody who can run fast who don't do that in the game? Makes no sense, man. Watch the tape, man.
I watched the tape. I mean, let's not forget. I'm a Notre Dame fan. I watch a lot of tape, man. Just saying.
Not you, but I'm just saying in general. Like, yo.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna talk about tape, I mean, there's some tape out there that's pretty remarkable. If you want to talk about unicorns,
Here we go. Yo, you taking my 4. That's sir. Sir, this is a free agency show.
No, I'm just talking about in general. You talk about tape. You talk about tape.
Yep. Also, one more thing.
Poor Bubs.
This is the last thing.
You got a question,
Who do you think out of all the players, like who are you really confident that the Jets are going to get in free agency if you had to put money on one guy?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'm going to say it's going to be a corner. Maybe Carlton Davis, maybe Stephon Gilmore. But I think it's going to be a corner.
Who do you think, Tyrone? That's a good question.
I'm hoping corner. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to spend 22, 21 million on a corner, 18, 19 million on a corner. Like I just listen, man.
You wouldn't spend 18 million for a number one? Why not?
That's a going rate.
I mean, I just don't want to do that. That's not. Listen, I mean, you do that, man. Listen, we could get another corner, a safety, and maybe a defensive end with that kind of money.
You just want one player, man. One player the Jets are going to get. Give us one player.
One player we're going to get. I'm sure the center from Tampa.
There you go. Good. Bubs, good job. We let you answer 4. You asked 4 questions tonight. See that? You got your money.
Good night, bro.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for having me on.
No problem, man.
Have a good night, man.
All right. So we got some normalcy back on the show now. So we overcame Jay's bad call. So now we're I'm getting attacked over here. Oh, shit. All right. So let's see what we got here. What's that?
What the fuck is that?
No, my phone is just like, I don't know what the hell happened over there. So we're going to go to Mr. Chris. What's up, man?
What's going on, boys? How's everybody doing?
Dude?
What's going on, bro?
Not much. First, Tyson, I told you a bunch of times already, man, but congratulations. Hell of an accomplishment. You have to kind of feel him like Aaron Rodgers by now. You probably expecting everybody coming on it, talking about all the congratulations, then all this stuff happened from Calvin Ridley to Aaron Rodgers signing his deal and then Russell Wilson trade. So
no, but thanks for reaching out, man. I appreciate you reaching out and stuff.
Yeah, I wanted to message you throughout talking about the fights and stuff like that too, but I'm just like, man, I don't know how he's even going to be awake right now. I don't even know how you're awake right now. I'd be sleeping a couple days in straight through at this point. So
coffee is the friend. So Chris, what do you think about free agency now, the franchise tag, the suspension? What do you do at wide receiver?
Well, so the one thing I want to talk about, and because it's not sitting well with me, the whole Ridley thing. He he said he wanted to get away from the game and stuff like that, and but to still be placing bets on the game. Like, it's not a good look. Like, you don't want to, question anybody when they say anything like about mental illness, just because of the severity of it and everything. But it just seems like now, the way I see it, it just seemed like it was a convenient excuse because he just didn't want to play in Atlanta for whatever reason. Like, it just, I don't know. That's just not sitting well.
Yeah.
Raises a lot of red flags about just like what the real story was, what his real intent was.
Yeah.
Hard to trust a guy like that after that.
So it seems like maybe we could have potentially dodged a bullet.
Well, you got to give, according to reports, you got to give.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
You got to give the Falcons credit, though. According to the Falcons, according to reports, the Falcons refused to take trade offers because they knew something was going to happen and they didn't want to be. That's a douchebag move. So
but you know what's so crazy, man? Like you see them even tweet out. I think it was Sunday or whatever. No, it was Friday. Football's my life. No, it's not really football's your life. That $11 million you about to get this year was your life. You know what I'm saying? So
honestly, like. How dumb can you be?
But
$11 million. That's $11 million mistake.
But listen, I'm gonna be honest with
worst betting odds in the world. You bet 1,500 to lose 11.1.
But the bad part is, right? I'm being honest with you, man. I do think the fine is really, really. I think it being suspended for the whole year is kind of, it's a little crazy.
No.
At the end of the day, he broke the rule. No, listen, he broke the rule. You got to pay for it. I understand
but
that. But
you know what?
They're sending a statement too with that.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
I saw this earlier today, and like it makes a hell of a good point. I think it was Demario Davis that said about it. It was like how quick they were acting on Calvin Ridley, but then when you hear about Ross down in Miami potentially wanting to throw games, not a peep, and they're trying anything to cover that up. That's not a good look. That is such a double standard.
The NFL's full of double standards, though, dude.
Oh, sure.
That's like remember when Tony Romo wanted to go to the fantasy football convention in Vegas. They banned him from that because he couldn't go to that. And now currently they encourage guys to go to that because now they all sponsor it. Yeah,
because they got their hands in their pockets now.
Exactly.
So
it's all about money, man.
But that Miami situation is serious, though, man. Listen, it's crazy, like you said, man. I'm glad you brought that up, man. That they're not talking about it at all. Like, what I'm saying? It's nothing going because that right there hurts
the shit in Washington, man. How Dan Snyder's even part of this league is ridiculous.
John Gruden got the shaft, bro. Listen, somebody had to fall because if all those emails came out, it'd have been a real problem. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's double standard in this league. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I think in the long run, you know what I'm saying? Listen, like I feel bad for him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I know he was going through some real stuff. And I can only imagine where his mindset is at now. But at the same time, man, like when you this is NFL is a privilege, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not. You watch a lot of these young guys. They get this money and start not understanding or not working as hard. And like Sauce Gardner. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Did you see his interview, bro? This kind of guy I want on the team. He said, "Bro, I don't even."
We're back on draft shit again, prime time.
It always circles back.
Is today April 8th? It must be April 8th, not March 8th. We must be confused.
Just go around, man.
I mean, the combine did happen
at some point. Yeah, I mean,
it happened last week. I was happy, but no.
The title of the show is free agency. Tyrone keeps going back to the draft.
Slash combine recap.
Listen, my last draft comment. I just want to say this kid was like, "Yo, this kid's mentality though. The kid was like, yo, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do nothing but work out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is the kind of kid that has a mentality. How important this option and this privilege is to him.
Tyrone's gonna start talking about playoffs in about 2 seconds too.
But
back to free agency.
So the other thing I saw was how the Cowboys restructured some of those deals, Dak and somebody else, to free up the money, and apparently like that's enough money now that they could supposedly keep Cooper like for the year, or at least hold on to him for a little bit before they have to make a decision on him. Now with the market drying up as much as they are, and what, like I know Kevin, you brought it up, what Mike Williams already got, Cooper might get that $20 million, and now someone might make that bold move of just, even if it's flipping them like a 4th round pick or a 3rd round pick, something, they know they can't keep them long term through the whole thing. They might be able to squeeze something out of somebody, and get some kind of return instead of just cutting them loose. So,
nobody's trading for that contract, dude. There's nobody trading for that Cooper contract because they know the Cowboys can't afford him. They got to cut him. They have to, and he's gonna get that money. He's gonna get that money in free agency.
All right.
Can't
Well, I was
probably-
gonna say, I mean, if you know he's going to get the money, I mean, then it becomes like Chris is saying. I mean, is it just a matter of giving up that 4th or 5th round pick to try to secure it?
That's why I'm looking at it. Like if
Yeah.
you think
Just
like
lock
it's
him in.
if you think it's a situation like us,
Yeah.
like if he shakes free, and there's a chance that let's say you go to the Rams, because it seems like everybody can go to the Rams. But if you want to just basically call your shot, and basically we need that number one, Joe Douglas and whoever else believes that Cooper's that piece, do you sacrifice just getting rid of that pick just to make sure you get your guy? That way it's not, your sales.
Would you rather have Metcalf or Cooper?
I like DK.
You can't.
I like them both. I do like
Okay,
DK.
so all right, so if you go, let's go to the DK thing. Could be more feasible because he's younger. If you're looking for a mold, Cooper's a little bit older. I mean, I just don't think he wants to come here. He wants to play for more of a proven guy. If you go for Metcalf, what would you give up for him?
I don't think there's any way. Yeah, the Seahawks continue to do the dumbest shit in the world. They tweeted. Did you see what they tweeted out earlier today? Like, I mean, immediately I think they deleted it too. But it's like how can you be that dumb? Like, did you not understand the context of like what you were tweeting out? But there's no way in hell. I don't think they could do that for the 10th pick. I don't see us giving up.
But what would you give up? What's the max you'd give up to get Metcalf?
I would say a 2 and a 4.
That's fair.
I think it's going to take.
If it's a 2 and a 4, if it's a 2 and a 4 to get Metcalf, or just a 5th to secure Amari Cooper, which would you prefer?
Ooh.
Well, we would have what? We would have DK what? 2 years before
1
you
year.
start
He's
going.
1 year, and then
One
contract.
year. 1 year. Yeah, 1 year.
No, it'd be 2, right? Because he was in the same class as Kyler, wasn't he? So it's 2 years, right?
I think he got 1 year left on his deal.
Oh no, he wasn't a first round pick though, was he?
Nah, second round.
No, he was the second round.
Yeah. Remember, he's like, yo, think y'all coming to get me?
Yeah,
you right.
that
Yeah,
changes it.
yeah, we talked about that a few weeks
Yeah,
ago.
1 year
His
left
first
on
pick in
his
the
deal.
second
Yeah,
round.
1 year.
Yeah, he was the Quentin Williams draft. I remember that.
Yeah.
I might do Cooper then at that point, because even though he's been in the league, quite a long time, like he was super young when he came into the league, so he's still fairly young, and whether you want to say pay him now or pay him later, that money's going to keep going up. I mean, look at the jump in salary cap this year. Imagine if COVID never hit, what we'd be looking at for a salary cap number. It'd be absurd.
230.
And all teams are going to have the same salary cap numbers, so there's going to be more money to go around and spend. So I'd probably go Cooper. I wouldn't hate either of them, but I think I would do Cooper in that situation.
So then, what do you do at the tight end position now with 3 guys tagged, and you have OJ Howard out there, you have Azuma, you have Conklin. Who would you want there? Evan Ingram, who I hate.
Uzama really came on. I do like OJ Howard. I think he just took a backseat because Gronk was there. Gronk and Brady, like it's going to happen. I would say one of those two, and then still use one of the second round picks, and get McBride or get Ruckert or somebody, and then double up. I think you need 2. I think you're going to sign one and you're going to draft one. I think we'll definitely use it by the 3rd round pick. One of the seconds or a 3rd round pick is going to go to a tight end for sure.
So what are you doing for pass rush and corner?
I would like to sign a corner. I still like JC Jackson, but I don't like hearing he wants to like reinvent the wheel with the Ramsey thing.
20 plus.
I can't believe I didn't know Gilmore was a free agent. So
me neither.
I mean, I would take one of those. Carlton Davis. I honestly don't know too much about him. I just remember everybody bitching about Tampa Bay secondary last year. So I was like, why would anybody want someone from Tampa Bay? Because they're. I don't know. Did he go out with injury? Maybe
wasn't he hurt early in the year?
Maybe that's what it was.
He was hurt early in the year. That's what it was.
Didn't he get hurt like week 1?
Yeah.
Maybe that was it, because I remember they were like hurrying up, scrounging, and then they signed Richard Sherman, and it was like even with that, like nothing. They had nothing in the cupboard. But Tyson, I hate to do this. I have to throw some draft
Do
stuff
it.
in there. I do. I have to. So just with all this going on now, I think it
Played 10
opens.
games last year.
I think it opens the door for the possibility of like someone falling in love with like Wills. Like seems like people are starting to be interested. You heard whispers of Carolina wanting. Washington apparently tried to give 3 first-round picks to Seattle, but they didn't want to trade him in the conference. So I think right now with Jacksonville placing the tag on Robinson, that's for their offensive line. So I think right now, it's almost going to be a lock. And I think Jeremiah said this too, that Hutchinson's probably going to go first. So then second, what did they do there? Did they go offensive line or did they go? This
is a conversation you and Tyrone could have. This is the draft shit. We're talking free agency tonight. Come on, Chris.
What I'm saying is like we could end up getting more first round picks. Like yeah, I know.
I guarantee you, a week before the draft, people are going to be calling in bitching about the free agent.
Free agency show. I quit.
Monday's gonna go crazy.
I quit.
But like I don't know. Like watching Thibodeau, I was all gung ho, but he sounds like Jamal Adams to me. Like I hate it. It just sounds like just talking about his brand, me. Like just don't want to go through maybe getting like 1 or 2 years of somebody. I'd rather just be further down the list. But yeah, no, I just wanted to. I think that was all I really had around. I don't want to go too much into the draft. I can see the disappointment on your face already.
Have a good night, man. We'll talk
all right,
to you later.
too, guys.
Good night,
Talk to you
bro.
later.
Have a good night, dude.
Tyrone rubbed off on you. We're talking free agency. God damn it!
Yo, I didn't even say anything. I was just over here quiet there. I'm done. No more questions.
I think this
All
is
right,
just
so-
reflective of the fact that people don't really have too many expectations for free agency.
I mean,
I'm just excited for the
it's what
draft.
it is. I mean, I think we have money and it's where we're gonna go. I mean, listen, I can't wait to see Adam Scheffner, bro, on ESPN.
Did Harold
getting on his
Landry get a
phone.
new deal? Did they get a deal done with him?
I thought he got
Oh.
tagged unless he signed something or something.
Did they get a deal done? Somebody got to look it up. That's crazy if he did. I didn't see that.
Check
It
right
must
now.
happen tonight.
They're on it today, bro. Everybody that we thought we had a chance with is gone.
Not everybody. We still have chances. We're gonna bring on somebody that we can argue with. Let's bring on Joe. What's up, man?
What's up? So,
Oh wait, well, hold on. So 5 years, $87 million for Harold Landry.
oh shit,
Woo!
that's fat.
Is that what it
Like
is?
18
got
million,
bad,
17 million.
bro.
It's big.
Pass rushers get paid.
Well,
Indeed.
first of all, Tyson, good shit on what you did. That was really cool.
Oh, thank you,
And
man.
thoughts and prayers to Jose today. It's
Yeah, he's
probably
gonna get
tough
killed
day.
in a little while.
I saw him in the
That's
private
gonna be
chat.
the saddest call of the day ever, bro.
It's gonna be entertaining. But
I see called in.
anyways, so I think like a big thing we're kind of like not talking about enough is like this is the time for us to spend
Draft?
like I got some draft takes, but I don't know if he's gonna hate me any more than he already does. So anyways, I think a big thing that we like forget about with this team is this is the time to spend because like the whole allure of having a rookie quarterback is you have him on a rookie contract. Most of our best players right now are on rookie contracts, right? Vera Tucker, Quinnen Williams, he's going to get extended, but still. Bryce Hall, Michael Carter, Elijah Moore, Becton. So this is the time to spend our money, right? Like, I think like we're all too afraid to like go out because we've been burned in the past by bad contracts. And I'm not saying we have to go out and get the biggest guy at every position and all that shit, but we need to spend our money and fill our holes. Like I feel like we're all relying too much on these rookies to come in next year and just dominate week one. Like, people forget that last year, like Vera Tucker struggled early. Elijah Moore wasn't really making an impact early. We're all freaking out about him. Michael Carter wasn't getting the ball early. He was like our third running back. So like we got to give these rookies time to like kind of get accustomed to the NFL.
I think we all want to give them time. It's more about figuring out what you're going to have, I think, after this draft class and making sure that you have those resources to put into them for next year and that you don't just spend just to spend because you have the money this year. If there's guys that you genuinely believe fit your culture and, you can build upon, that's one thing, but I don't think they're going to spend just to spend it.
Stop calling me out. Stop calling me out. Stop calling me out. I ate a little something before, but it takes
So
us to there.
basically, your hot take right now is that free agency's here and we got to spend money.
No, we have. But the thing is like I feel like we're all too afraid to spend money in general.
Why are
Like,
we afraid? What are we afraid of?
Anytime you bring up paying anyone over like $12 million, everyone freaks out like, "Ooh, that's a huge contract." Like, no, like we
Gotta be the right
time to
gotta be the
spend
right
money.
time, I
Our
think.
quarterback's making $7 million right now. Like we
Is
have
this
a wide
year the right
receiver
time, or
that's
is next
making
year a better
$10
time?
million.
Is this year the right time, or is next year a better time after you get more answers through the draft this year?
I think this
Especially
year. I think
if it was
this
a normal
year, you gotta
draft, I would
spend
say
money.
I think this year
you have
because
to spend it.
by
but you don't have to
next
be
year
reckless
you
with
should
it. Like,
expect
you
that
want to be
last
able to
year's
build around your
draft
draft
class.
classes.
I think you should
You got your
expect from
quarterback
last year's.
last year. You got a staple on your O line. You got 2 playmakers, and now you got 4 picks in the top 38 this year.
Yeah,
Like,
but
figure
my
out
point
what
was
what
that,
you're going to have. Be the best player available this year.
but it's going to take the guys we get this year some time this year to develop and turn into those kind of players. It happened with the guys this year. None of them came out and played well, and then they developed into looking really, really good at the end of the season, and that was awesome. But by next year, the guys from this year's draft class should be fully developed into like really, really good players. Last year's draft or this upcoming draft class is going to really come into their own, and we'll be fine. But like now is the time to spend. If you give guys,
I think we all agreed that they should spend. We want to get the most bang for a buck, though. That's what we're saying. So it's
I agree.
the whole
but
goal.
I think
What's your definition of spend though? Like, is that like 3 prominent free agents like making $15 million plus? Like,
it's
what's
not
what's
a
your definition of
specific
spending?
It's using your money. I don't want to go into next year with $25 million in cap space left over because we didn't have the right options.
But hold on.
So, what would be a successful free agency this year?
What?
Like, what would it look like?
I think defensively we got to get like 4 new starters in free agency. Begin with. At least we need a linebacker. We need 2 safeties.
All right. So who are you signing?
Who am I would go after Marcus Williams first. That's gonna be tough.
That's $17 million a year.
18 million. Okay. Yeah. Next guy.
Yep. He's not 18 million.
Okay, how much is he?
I was making 16, and he was a better player when he signed.
All right.
How much do you think
we'll call it 17. Next guy.
I think he's like a $50 million guy. Anyway,
we'll call it 15. Next guy.
All right, I'm cutting Rankins. By the way, I'm cutting Ryan Griffin. I'm cutting Van Roten.
Just tell us who you're going to sign. So you spent $15 million so far. Who's your other 3 starters you're signing?
The other 3 starters, I would go after Olukono from Atlanta, the linebacker. I think he'd really fit the scheme. He played with Ulbrich 2 years ago. He's fast, and he's good in coverage. How much am I paying him? He's probably worth like 8 or 9 million, somewhere around there.
So you're 24 million.
So
okay.
26.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. 24. I forgot I gave you 16. Okay. 2 more.
Cornerback is tough. I mean, J.C. Jackson's gonna cost a ton. I would look into him. I don't know if he's going to want to come here, but
you're telling us who you're signing. So then we're not looking into him. We're signing guys. So are you signing him?
If you can get J.C. Jackson for 18 million, deal or no deal?
Oh, deal. I'll do that tomorrow.
Okay. All right. So now we're up to 42. Next guy.
42. And then I would have to go after mid-level edge, just in case Thibodeau isn't there, like a guy like Derek Barnett or something like that.
How much you paying him?
I'm paying him like 8 or 9 million, somewhere around there. And then I'm going to the offense, signing a guard. Like Tomlinson or Daniels, and we them like 10 million.
You do realize there's a salary cap in the NFL, right? There's a salary cap you got to follow.
We could have 80 million in cap space if we cut Griffin, GVR, Ryan.
Yeah, and you're gonna what you're going right now. You're gonna sign 5 players. You're gonna have to cut 10 more.
Well, how many are you gonna have to cut? What was the math? Where were we at prime time?
Your math, man, bro.
Well, the one piece again, however much cap space they have, they still have to pay their draft picks about $20 million. So you have to subtract that, which is going to take it at least down to somewhere probably in the 50s, if they even go up to 70, because I was assuming they were going to make a lot of cuts. There's a good chance that they're not cutting Fant anymore. There's no chance they're cutting Fant anymore. They might not even cut McGovern at this point.
Fant's not gone.
Joe's going to spend their entire cap on.
So
he's going to spend their entire cap on 5 players. We can't even afford our draft class at that point.
No, we can afford a draft. You were at like what 45 million? You said was the last number you said. And if we're at 75 and we need 20 for our draft class, that's 55 million. And you spend 10 more on a fucking guard, and you're fine.
And no
your last name was Ryan with Tannenbaum.
And then the rest of your roster is just undrafted.
Tannenbaum was the last time I felt joy in my life. Tannenbaum was our general manager. So if we can get
who's your backup quarterback? Who's your backup?
He's feeling joy right now.
Who's your backup quarterback? Who's your kicker?
You don't need those.
Well, I wouldn't be giving Williams. I don't
running
think
back
17 million.
What are you doing at tight end, receiver? Just all.
I
like
said
draft
something
picks?
tight end. All right, take J.C. Jackson out of it. Sign a veteran. There you
by the
go.
way,
There's $18 million for all your fucking all your little backup pieces.
They picked up Quentin Williams' option raise. They don't have to extend them. He's already good for 2 years.
Would you guys
It
go
was like
after
11
Noah
million
Fant in a trade?
They just traded him.
I know, but I'm saying if they are looking to just
You think
unload
Seattle's
and trying to
gonna trade him?
rebuild,
Why
yeah,
would
if they
Seattle
want to
trade a young-
rebuild, if they want to rebuild and get more draft picks, and they're not thinking.
You know how you rebuild? By having a good young tight end on your roster. Why would they trade him away? They just got him.
I don't know. People were talking about him possibly getting flipped over. I saw it on Twitter. People were talking about maybe.
Don't believe everything you read on Twitter, man. It's dangerous to do that.
I don't think it'd be the
It's not
strangest
Twitter,
thing for them
it's
to
gotta be
do. They could go flip him right over, get a third rounder
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah, because a young.
They could do that if they're all invested in the draft.
But you
Still
have a
makes
young
more sense
player
to
that's
have-
on the
I
rise. That's
agree. I
exactly
still
what you
think it
want to
makes more sense
rebuild.
have a
with.
young tight end.
He has what? 2 years left on his deal.
Bro, he's a
Next
young
year's
tight end on the
his fourth
rise.
year, and he
You
has
have a
50
young
options.
quarterback and a young tight end. It's exactly what you want.
That's true, but I don't know. I think they might flip him. You never know. I think they're going to try to gut the team. I don't know if they're going to like.
Hey, what is
Do you know?
Seattle? What if
Yeah,
Seattle gives us? What if they give us their first this year to move into 4?
We'll give him Ashton Davis first. We like our safeties.
Have a good night, Joe.
All right, all right. Good night.
Just
I need a hit of that
this
next
show
time.
is just straight bullshit right
Joe's
now.
struggling.
It's straight
Yo, but
bullshit.
listen-
This show.
Listen,
Yeah.
man, the one that we know about Joe Douglas is this. Joe Douglas is going to fill every hole before the draft. That's what he's going to do in free agency. You know
Is that what he's
saying?
gonna do?
Wait,
Really?
what?
He's gonna fill every hole before the draft.
He's going to try
Really?
to. He's going to try to fill every
What are we
hole
doing
he
here?
can before the draft. Why wouldn't
Every hole.
Because he has draft picks.
You know how many holes we have on this team?
he? No, listen.
Did you forget? Did you forget
listen,
who we? Did you remember what's going on here?
Tyson, listen what I'm saying. He's going to sign a guard. He's going to sign a safety. He's going to sign a kicker. This is going to
A safety? He's gonna need 2 safeties.
We still got Pinnock. You know what I'm saying?
You still got who?
Pinnock. What's the man's name?
Pinnock?
Oh, Pinnock.
So now he's a starting safety now.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Listen, he didn't do bad. Whole season, off season. Everybody's talking about linebackers, right? Didn't we draft 2 linebackers?
You just said we're gonna fill all our holes in free agency.
No, we're not going to listen, Tyson. That's what I'm
Is
saying.
that what he said?
That's what Joe Douglas has been doing. Like the major holes that we have,
He has
he's
been?
going to try to fill those.
His free agent
Doing-
classes
doing
have been
Ramsey.
mediocre.
Okay, so
at best,
how
man.
many of them?
Exactly,
How
but
many?
he's
How many
been
of them is
trying
he going to
to
fill
fill
with
holes.
legitimate players then?
I mean, but
Instead
prime
of
time.
like the Dan Feeneys and
The
Lamarcus
Band-Aids.
Joyners.
I understand that. But what I'm
The
saying
Greg Van
is that-
Rotens.
What I'm saying to you is this: I understand exactly what you guys are saying, but he's still gonna put a body in that position. That's what I'm saying. So he doesn't have to
A
reach
body
some
is
way to
fine,
own.
but we're talking about starters or bodies.
Tyson, I understand exactly what you're saying. I don't say I agree with it. I'm saying that's what he's been doing the last couple of years. So why would we expect anything different?
Because it's a new coaching staff here and maybe a
who's
new
the,
approach.
Who's the big free
There's
agent?
still too many holes.
Who's the big since he's been in? Who's the big free agent he signed?
Carl Lawson,
Okay, who else?
Corey
Corey
Davis.
Davis,
Okay, anybody else?
Ryan Khalil.
After what he did after Corey Davis and Lawson, what did he do? Mid-level players,
Rankins.
correct? I know, but mid-level players
Boom.
though. You know, look at Rankin's contract.
Yeah.
He didn't get a major contract. It was like $8-9 million a year. It wasn't
But
nothing.
also, but how much of the fact was that the Jets?
Gerard Davis, 5.5.
Yeah, but
whatever that was.
how much of the fact was that the Jets were not a desirable location either? Players didn't want to come
No,
here because the Jets had a new coach and a losing team.
Yep.
Exactly.
Sorry, man.
So I thought
Doug's going crazy. Doug's going crazy.
we're gonna bring on another
Nah.
caller. I see. Well, let's bring on Jomo. Well, hopefully,
What's up,
Jomo's
man?
gonna bounce back from a very bad call
shit.
last week.
Last week wasn't too bad. I brought up Gilmore.
Other than that,
I
right?
like
The
Gilmore.
week before. It was the
Oh,
week
week before was a bad one.
A little older, but I like Gilmore.
Yeah, I like Gilmore too. 1 year, $12 million.
Why are you hiding so back in the mountains, man? Damn.
Yeah, you're far
Yeah.
away, man.
I
Like
was
I'm talking to
just
Colorado. There you go.
chilling. But
A lot of smoke.
no,
in
what's
here.
up? Free agency. I think
That's what we're trying
free
to talk
agency.
about,
It's going to be hard to sell the team to offensive players,
I agree.
offensive weapons in particular. But I think it'll be pretty easy for Saleh to sell his image to some defensive players. So I think we'll attack defense in the free agency. Really don't think we'll get many guys on the offensive end. Maybe
So wait, so
maybe
who are
a
we
tight
attacking?
end.
Who are we getting on defense? Yes, there is a cricket in the background.
Yep.
We got crickets. We got Tyrone's dog. We welcome everybody here. So who do you want? Who do you want on defense in free agency?
Well, Gilmore, I would like. A linebacker, the kid from Atlanta, I would like.
Tell me about him. What do you like about him?
I mean, I just heard that he obviously was with Ulbrich, and Ulbrich brought pretty much the same system over here that he had running in
What does
Atlanta.
he bring to the defense? Tell me about this player. What is his skill
Speed,
set?
sideline to sideline, things that we really don't have right now, other than Quincy Williams, but he doesn't seem to know how to turn his head. He could have had like at least 4 interceptions this past year, but
So what's the market for that linebacker from Atlanta? Like how much you paying him?
I would think so because he's young. I would think somewhere in probably 8 to 10 million. You know,
isn't Van Der Esch? Isn't he also a free agent?
I don't know.
He had
Yeah,
some
I
nice
think he
seasons
is.
with Dallas when he was healthy. I know he's had
he did.
2 injuries last
He
few
did.
years, but I loved him a couple of years ago.
Led the league in
Yeah,
tackles.
He was killing
great.
it a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? He's probably one of the best
Yeah, Van Der
linebackers in the
Esch
league.
is real
Then.
good.
I think he got
Yeah.
hurt.
I don't think he really fits our style of defense. He's oh god,
Just don't get distracted.
kangaroos too. We got Australian.
Yeah, we need the
friends.
kangaroos.
Yep.
That's all we're
Yeah,
missing
man.
right now.
Koalas.
But yeah, no, seriously, I don't think we'll be able to
We
sell
are being
offensive
serious.
players. I don't think we'll be able to sell offensive players an image. It's hard to sell a young quarterback. It's hard to sell a young offensive coordinator. But for the Saleh and the defense, I just feel like it'll be easier.
Who played better last year, the offense or the defense?
The offense. But you could tell a veteran, oh, we're missing you. You know what I mean? Like, we need you on the defense. But I just think it's hard to sell an offensive player. I think
I agree from the standpoint of a young quarterback that's unproven, but from a scheme standpoint, if I'm looking at LaFleur's offense as an offensive player versus Saleh's defense as a defensive player right now, I'm saying that defense needs a lot more work than that offense does. I think
that's the potential.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't think we'll get any prominent guys. Maybe guys like, the second wave, like Chark, some second wave
I think so.
linemen. I think we'll get Jensen or the guy, what's his name, Ben Jones from the Titans.
I want Bozeman from the Ravens.
Bozeman.
Yes, sir. Oh my God.
Bozeman. Haven't looked into him.
I trust any player that comes from Baltimore.
Absolutely. They're taught well. Well, Joe, let me ask you a question, Joe. What do you think? You think we can sign anybody on the offensive line?
Yeah, I think we'll re-sign some guys. I think we'll re-sign Moses. We need another tackle. That's pretty good.
The comments are on fire tonight.
Yeah, I think we'll re-sign some guys, and I think we're gonna cut McGovern and get a new center. Wow. I mean, do you guys think we can sell this team to a prominent offensive player like Allen Robinson, like these guys we're talking about?
You know how you
I
sell
don't
them?
think so.
Money.
You know how you sell them? You overpay them.
Exactly. But I
20 million
think
a
we can get a defensive guy over here. Like, I don't know. I think it's more likely we'll get a defensive guy like Tyrann Mathieu, like Stephon Gilmore. I like Jabril Peppers a lot.
You think Tyrann Mathieu? How can you sell him coming here? This team. I mean, to me, he wants to be on a playoff caliber team, not a rebuilding team.
I think a lot of guys who have a lot of respect in the league, players, talk highly of Saleh and talk highly of the way he coaches the
And
defense.
they want to win.
I get that, but
I think what you're saying right now, is going to probably apply next year. If the Jets win 7 or 8 games this year, the conversation you're having now probably happens next year, where you can probably get your free agent players.
That's true. But this whole trading for DK Metcalf thing too, I kind of want to talk about that.
Go for it.
I think it's more beneficial for us to, if you want to get the big body guy, more beneficial to draft Drake London at 10. You don't have to pay him top dollar, and he's young. He'll work with the quarterback. I mean, any guy, but he's younger. You get the 5 years. It feels more beneficial to the team. It's more team friendly rather than getting the guy paying him $20 million.
Well, that's the one question I had is if you can get pretty much your choice of the draft at number 10, would you rather have that player, that young player that you can mold, that you have a lot of extensive research on, over DK Metcalf, you're gonna give up compensation for, and that monster contract's coming with it?
Yeah.
How much difference is it? That's the question.
Yeah, I think it's much more worth it. I mean, over the past couple of years, you've seen these first round receivers really start to flourish, and early too.
Is that true? Bobby Wagner got released?
Wow.
Did he really?
Yo, I'm signing.
Damn.
Yo, bro, listen, I'm calling him
Yo,
immediately.
hey, let's all can we do this? Screenshot it for Jamal, and hopefully he'll see it.
How
Come
old is
on,
Wagner?
let's do it.
Is Jose
Send this
okay?
to
I feel
Jamal.
bad.
Jose's
Should we
probably
get
having
a live
nervous
reaction?
breakdown.
Jose?
What was he? 31?
Jose's probably going out of his.
I'm checking right now how old he is.
Can we just, Joe? Thanks for calling in, man. We appreciate it.
I think we gotta go to Jose.
Yo,
This is what I want. This is what I want to know.
What's that?
Now, prime time. As long as we've known Jose, I have given him advice. Tyron, haven't I told him? I told him Russell Wilson is going to be traded. The Seahawks are the Titanic. Get off the ship now. I offered to save him months ago. Did I not, Tyrone? I offered to save him.
Yes, you did. Hey, listen,
Fuck you, Tyson. You don't know shit. I'm a Seahawk for life. Yep.
Hey, Jose,
He's warned.
what was this for you today?
Warned.
Your new favorite color, Jose. I'm just saying, it's for you, baby. I love you.
I have to go mail him some shit. I have to go mail him some stuff. I feel bad now. All right, we're gonna go to. Let's see. We should go to Calm, or should we go? Let's go to Jets Unleashed. What's up, man?
Hey you guys, how you guys been?
How you been, man?
How you doing, man?
Doing good, man. You know, free agency is around the corner, and then the draft. It's amazing to be a Jets fan. This is how we win our Super Bowl every year.
This is hold on. This is a great. This is the cricket broke the Wagner news.
Yo, Wagner though, bro. Wagner,
That's
yo.
crazy, man.
Hey, I would.
I'd sign him.
I'd definitely be on that, man. I mean, listen. I mean, you got a quality leader who can definitely fill a void that we need. It's probably not be too crazy, man. Yo, see,
nuts.
yo, this
Shit,
absolutely,
man.
bro. And listen, the one thing we haven't said all night. Certain teams that get underneath the cap. It's gonna be a lot of good players getting released in a couple of days. Like, yo, I'm telling you, it's about to be crazy out here.
So who do you want in free agency, man? There's a lot of stuff going on. Who's like your top 3 guys you want?
Well, I think that if I know our GM likes center, but I want to him to cut him and go after the Titans center Ben Ajay or something like that. He's would be a lot cheaper, and the cut will basically pay for it. So we'll actually be gaining cap space because he'll be $7 a year. So that will save us a couple mil and upgrade at the same time.
Yeah, that's the move.
So
And then
okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, so the next one I want, I know it's gonna not be a possibility because he may not want to come here, but Allen Wappinson, we need a number 1 wide receiver.
All right, so what do you want to pay him?
Yeah, that's the question.
I'll pay him when he wants, you know. If we have to overpay, we overpay. We need a number 1 receiver.
20 million. That's what you're gonna ask. 20 million. He'll be a cap.
Yes, 20 mil. I would sign it.
So if he wants 4 years, say $80 million, you're giving him that?
Yes, he's a number 1 receiver. We need somebody like that. We haven't had that in a while. We need that type of player.
5 years, 100.
5 years.
Yeah.
5 years, 100.
Yeah, I take it.
Wow,
man,
that would show us offensive weapons tremendously. That would.
Our free agency's over. You know what I'm saying?
They're just,
would you
just
rather
not at that stage where you can.
I'm going to give you three players. Just rank who you'd want. You have Amari Cooper, DK Metcalf, and Allen Robinson. Of all those 3, you're willing to pay Allen Robinson 5 years, $100 million?
Yes.
Oof. Are you related to him? Like, are you guys friends? Like neighbors or some shit like that?
I don't.
Something we don't know about.
DK.
I don't trust the other 2, in my opinion. For them to be number 1s out of those 3, I think Allen Robinson is the best number 1.
He's been hurt.
He's coming off a
He's been hurt. He really hasn't produced it, like based on quarterback playing injuries.
Well, no, my dad's a Bears fan, so I've been watching him this last year, and they done nothing for him. They never threw it to him.
If you're a Bears fan and watched him last year, what exactly did you see?
No, I'm not a Bears fan. My dad is.
Yeah, but if he is, what exactly did you see? Because he got hurt and he didn't produce shit.
Why? But that's the 1 year, and they were not giving him the ball too.
So you saw an average year with injuries, you say, you know what? This inspired me to pay this guy $20 million a year.
I'm paying for the potential if he's going to be. I think he just had one bad year. That's it.
You can't pay for potential, man. You can't do that in phrase.
You
man.
can't. No,
Man,
you
it's
pay for
smart.
potential like players that are 25 years old.
Yeah, not. I mean, listen, I like Allen Robinson, and don't get me wrong, I would love
I
to
like
have him on the
Robinson
Jets.
too, but shit.
But I just the 20 million is way too much, man. Listen, I think he gets 15, 16, and I think he goes to a contender. I think if anybody overpays him, I think Jacksonville would. Jacksonville has almost $100 million. They can pay him 20 million and that hurt. You know what I'm saying? But I think I don't think he's going to do that at all.
Yeah, that's why I say it's unlikely. I don't think the Joe Douglas will go out and pay that because he usually doesn't. He won't overpay for people, so I don't think this will happen.
Fix my light. Shit. Yeah, I gotta fix my light. Shit.
Oh shit.
Your take was so bad you blew my lights out.
I mean, listen, the guy's 28 years old. I can understand like a 3-year contract and whatnot, but even $20 million. I mean, I understand Mike Williams just got it, so I mean Robinson might make it, but he's also got the history with injuries. He's coming off a down year, so I don't know if he would go 20 million plus.
Yeah,
Right.
And for the Jets especially, I just don't think it makes sense right now. Cooper, I can understand a little bit more. I think he's a better fit, but Robinson is too much of a risk, I think, for multiple years.
What again? But the other players, I know that one where it's probably not a possibility. But the other players, I think we our tight end position. My whole thought about it is that I thought we were just gonna go in depth, like right now, put in the depth of tight ends, and then draft our number one tight end in the draft, our second round pick.
I could see that happening.
Yeah, definitely.
And then
Apparently
build
the cricket
from
blew
there.
out your light.
That and the $100 million contract did too, but shit.
Hey man, I'm bold. I try to do what
I appreciate bold, but sometimes you got to be, I don't know. Interesting take. He's gonna get big money, dude. But
gotta be smart.
Yeah.
It's just we never had. What was the last time we had a number one receiver too?
Brandon Marshall.
But you're paying him like an elite, game-breaking, talented guy. Is he gonna be that guy in this offense?
Yes, I do expect him to be that.
He's got to be your neighbor, bro. Like he's got to be sitting next door, be like, "Thank you, man. I appreciate calling and saying that shit." Thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it.
You guys go Jets. Have a wonderful night, you guys.
You too.
How old was Brandon Marshall when the Jets got him? He was what, like 30?
Yeah, he was
old.
Yeah, I know they didn't have to give him a long-term contract, but I mean, would you take if you had to give him a 4-year contract and he gave you 2 years with 100 catches? Would you be okay with that? Even if the 3rd year he's kind of on the downhill?
Who's this? Allen Robinson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah. How much though?
I'm saying if you gave him 4 years, let's say like 18 million per, something in that range, he gave you 2 dominant years, and then 3rd year he starts to slip off a little bit. Would you sign up for that?
Yeah, I mean, I think we all would. That's not going to happen, though. Look, is Tyrone's screen frozen right now?
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at his face right now.
Holy shit. His eyes are like at the back of his head. Now you're back.
This show has just been.
What is going on tonight?
I had high expectations for this show, too. I don't know why, but it's just.
That was the problem right there.
So we're going to bring on, let's see. Well, we might as well at this point. What's up, man?
Gosh. Are you on what's that, AOL Instant Messenger again? Shit.
All right.
That sound gets me every time, dude.
All right, before we begin, I got a multiple choice question I want to ask you guys.
You got a what?
I got a multiple choice question I want to ask you guys, and also want to ask
choice.
C.
All
right. Okay.
All the above.
No. All right, you're gonna love this one. Okay, how long before Jamal Adams tries to force his way out of Seattle? You got A, this offseason, B, this season, C, next offseason, or D, in 5 minutes.
How about E? How about E? E, his agent already called. He's got to be miserable right now, man. He's got to be absolutely miserable.
Well, I think that falls under 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, I think that falls in the 5 minutes category.
Especially you got Russell Wilson traded, Bobby Wagner cut. Jamal Adams is gonna be out of his mind right now.
Blowing that shit up. It is so funny when I remember when the trade happened, all the Seahawks fans were already preparing the Super Bowl parade and festival and celebration, and now they're just all like But now that it's all fucking listening,
He's probably gonna end up back in Dallas where he wanted to go.
Yep.
do they even have money? Can they even take that contract?
So who do you want in free agency, man? Now we're less than a week away.
It's tricky because this is the sad part about NFL free agency. You always have these like wild dreams in your head, and then what's it called? What's the term? It's literally on the tip of my tongue. Oh, then the franchise tag comes, and literally every player you were thinking about, like 90% of the players you're thinking about are all just tagged, and it's like now you got to pick over the scraps.
That's
True,
well, no.
man.
There's
That's
no. Now
true,
it's
man.
just there's players left, but now there's more of a premium on. Now you got to pay more for guys that you initially didn't want to.
Yeah.
So who do you want?
Are you okay, V? How you doing, V? You all right, man?
And what? Is someone asking me to whip my hair?
Don't get sidetracked, man. Don't get sidetracked. Who do you want?
Yeah,
Well,
He's checking his notes.
Yes. He's like, well, I
Yeah,
told us on the last show I was on. I offered these names up, so
did you cut your hair,
he probably has names for each show.
no,
What?
You on break or
What's
something?
going on? But dead air is not ideal
My
for a show.
favorite caller, bro. Trust me.
No, sorry, I was busy. I was doing the practice test for the driver's.
I give up. I give up. I give up.
I'm
The
done.
driver's exam?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yo, you are my guy, bro. Good luck with that, man.
The driver's exam?
Yeah, for New York State, because I'm learning how to drive.
That's good though.
And
Hey,
you know
can I
what?
ask you a
Well,
question? Can I ask you a question, man? Like, I just want to ask this. It's probably stupid, but why would you wait to get on the show to do your practice test? I'm just asking. Like, you just didn't matter.
But I want to understand, how come you're not driving now? I don't understand what happened.
okay, let me explain this one. Well, when they found out I had autism, they told my mother, said it's better that I wait to learn how to drive.
Okay. There you go. So do you know, have you driven before? Like, have you practiced in a car before?
Like for 5 minutes, and then I kind of had a mini panic.
Tyrone can't drive either. Don't worry about it.
I just can't believe that you broke out the test in the middle of your call. I'm glad
But
that
do you have a
you're
guitar right there?
taking the time to study and you're learning how to drive in the
I
middle of
have
the call, in the middle of the question.
Oh, so well, play us a song, man. Let's just play a song. This is
I need a raise. I need a raise. I need a raise.
That's what I'm here for. Anybody know this song?
Oh, I feel like I've heard it.
Absolutely.
What song is it?
Who let the dogs out? I don't know.
I'm just learning it. Yeah. No, I'm not distorting it. I don't have a bass amp. I'll break my amp if I put distortion on it. It's not 70.
Is it Black Sabbath?
No. It's
I can't do it no more.
We lost Tyson.
What the fucking dog? The fucking dog is barking. Jesus Christ.
Tyrone's gone.
Every time I just don't understand.
So you're wondering, it's no, that was Boris the Spider.
Wait, what was it? Wait, what was it?
Boris the Spider by the Who.
Oh
I can't do it. I just can't do it. Oh,
If you
shit.
want, it's the song where it's one of the first songs to use the death growl.
Okay, probably Tom. I can't really talk right now.
How do I follow that up?
Just
I'm sorry I broke the live stream.
it's fine, man. It's good. We're good.
I'm still trying to process the studying of the driver's test in the middle of a free
Like I
agent
said,
question.
I'm doing a practice. You know, they have the online practice test that you can do.
Yeah, that's good though. You got to practice, man. We should get your answers right. That's good.
Yeah, no. 'Cause like I said,
When's your actual test?
well, like I said, I'm going to do a couple more practices, dry runs until I feel more comfortable, and then I'll actually go in and schedule a test. I haven't decided a date yet.
Well, good luck, man. Hope you pass it, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, no.
All right. Well, thanks,
Rooting
thank you,
for you,
Joey,
man. Good
We
luck.
appreciate it.
All right, next time I'll try to make sure I get my notes in check.
Okay.
I'll make sure try to keep the live. I won't promise. I'll try not to break the live stream next time.
No, it's fine, man. We're good. It's fine. It's always good talking to you. Have a good night.
Have a good night, Vincent.
Have a good night,
bro.
What's happened to the show?
My eyes are tearing.
Bro, I had real tears in my eyes, bro. He's my favorite caller, dude. I'm just gonna say that, bro. He always makes me
The
laugh.
minute that dog barked, I lost it. I couldn't take it more. We were just, I just couldn't.
Remember this time of year when we used to have like free agent analysts and players come on? And
we used to be professionals. We used to have like just legitimate guests and hosts.
we've
and
got
talk,
dogs and crickets. And
we got
kangaroos.
dogs, crickets, just Jay's bad takes. We got all kinds of stuff right now. Oh,
I
shit.
can't
We're
wait
gonna
till Monday, man. Content's back, baby. Back to the regular. Let's talk.
What's
Jets.
up, Jack?
Hey guys, what's going on?
What's up, man?
I don't know what's going on right now.
Help save us.
That was funny. You guys couldn't keep it together.
Those two
Crazy.
completely lost it. I was
Yeah, I know.
crying.
Credit to you, prime time. You really
Because we're all sitting and listening to the music, like, what the fuck is this? And the dog is just like, enough. The dog was just
but I gotta respect the guy. I mean, I'm in college right now. Multitasking is the key. He's doing like he's playing guitar. He's looking up his Jets notes and he's taking his test.
No,
Like,
practice test. Like, bro, he had me at that, bro. He's like, what are you doing, man? I'm doing my practice test for tomorrow for DMV. Like, bro, I was done after that.
He just said it like so nonchalant. Like, no, it's only a live
Like,
show.
yo.
No, it's all good, man.
crazy.
So, what are your thoughts on free agency? What do you think Joe Douglas's approach is going to be?
Yeah, well, I'm not expecting anything crazy. Joe Douglas has shown us that over his first two off seasons. A move I'd like to see made when it comes to a guy like we can build with for a few years. I'd like to see maybe Marcus Williams, maybe 7-8 million a year. I think that would be.
Wait,
what?
7, 8?
Well, I mean, how much does it go for? I don't really know.
16 million
a year?
He's getting at least 15 plus. Yeah.
He's
Really?
a top. He's one of the top safeties on the market, man.
Yeah. You think he's gonna make more than Jamal made? That's
Okay.
He's gonna be top money, man.
just because I feel like people don't value the safety a lot. I feel like they don't want to pay money to it. That's why I didn't think he'd get that much. He's never made a Pro Bowl like that. Partially, that's how I look at it. So, you guys could be right. I'll take your word more than mine. Another guy I'd like just for a short term deal, maybe Zach Ertz, just a security blanket, tight end for.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why would Zach Ertz want to come here?
Money.
Yeah, money. Exactly.
Yeah, but if the money is equal or even a little bit less, but you have a much better chance to make the playoffs and go win a Super Bowl, would you rather go there or here?
Probably there, but I think at this point, I feel like a lot of teams. I mean, last year I thought he was going to get traded in the offseason, and nobody really was shopping for him. It kind of surprised me when he actually did end up getting traded last year in the middle of the season. I felt like his value was really low at that point.
I like Zach Ertz as a player. I just don't think he comes to the Jets. Where the hell Tyrone go? What does he do? Yeah, I get the whole thing on Zach Ertz. I just don't see it as a match. But
one thing I really don't want to see happen, even though he's a good player, I know he is. I don't want him to go after Jensen. I've heard he's been in the rumors.
No?
Just because
Why not?
I feel like he's 30 years old, paying him to a high contract. I feel like that has disaster written all over it.
Why?
So
I'd rather draft a center. I like that kid. I like the kid out of Iowa, Linderbaum. I think he's really good.
You taking him at 10?
Why you don't like Jensen?
Yeah.
He hasn't missed a game in like ever.
Just because he's on the old
nasty,
side.
he's mean.
He's like what, 31 years old? He ain't that old.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's a contract he could just fall off. I don't feel good about that. and I feel like he wasn't as notable until. I mean, he was always solid, but I feel like he really, obviously, with Brady, it got him more attention. So I
That's
feel
definitely going to help. Yeah,
exactly.
Brady's quick
Yeah.
release make anybody look good.
Yeah, I mean, like no one was praising him when Jameis was getting sacked and had pressure on him, throwing picks. I don't know.
I mean, I don't necessarily agree with that at all, but okay.
Yeah. Who do you guys want? I'm curious.
Get prime time. I'm checking this Jensen thing. I think that's completely wrong. But go ahead, get prime time.
I mean, I feel like corner just makes a lot of sense. Like I have a feeling that they're going to go receiver at some point early in the draft. So if they don't end up signing a prominent guy at wide receiver, I'm not going to be that pissed off. The tight ends that I wanted, at least the top guys, they're obviously not hitting the market. So if you can get somebody like OJ Howard or somebody cheap like that, a Conklin or a Tunyon, I think that makes a lot of sense. I think it's going to be a lot of those like mid-tier guys. If there's going to be one prominent name, like I said before, I think it would be like a Carlton Davis or somebody in the secondary. I just think that they have so many holes, and if you can get that number one corner, that kind of makes everybody else fall into place. I think Bryce Hall is better off as a number two. I think Eccles, he can compete. So if you get that number one, I think that just kind of solidifies things once you obviously add a safety or two as well. So what are your thoughts, Tyrone?
When you think back off you prime time, I think that's probably the plan to go. I think that, you get a guy that can come in that can solidify that. I think you're going to have to find a safety. That's going to be the hardest thing. I don't think you're going to be able to do both. And I don't think this was willing to do both. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, you know what I'm saying, I want Jensen. I definitely think bringing him in, you know what I'm saying, you can release McGovern, you know what I'm saying, and you have an upgrade. You know what I'm saying? You have someone that, listen, McGovern hasn't he played great. He played bad towards the end of the season, but you can still upgrade over him. You know what I'm saying? You're cutting him for like $8-9 million, so you're still going to save that money. Give that to Conklin. He's probably going to want maybe 12, so the difference is only like maybe $2 or $3 million. So why not have that?
Yeah, that's definitely fair. Like I know Jensen's a good player. I just prefer someone a little younger.
I just worry about the future at center with McGovern. Yeah.
What the kid from Baltimore? You know what I'm saying? He's what, 20, 25, 26. You know what I'm saying? He's a great player. You know what I'm saying? 27. Joe Douglas knows. He knows both of them. So you know what I'm saying? So you know what you're getting. I mean, listen, McGovern is listen. If you're gonna upgrade your guards, you know what I'm saying? In the line that we can have, upgrade a center is something we need anyway. I mean, McGovern has been serviceable. But I don't want to put a rookie with Zach, you know what I'm saying? And I just don't want to do that. But that's conducive to what we're trying to do.
But if you have a rookie if it's Linderbaum, I have no issue with that at all. That's the guy that's going to be with him for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
It's just a question of whether or not you feel comfortable taking him at pick 10 over other potential needs, guys that could be there.
Yeah.
But do you take Linderbaum? Do you throw Linderbaum in to make calls? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I'm debated whether maybe we trade back a few picks and then if he falls to like 15.
I don't know. I'd rather go. Listen, I'd rather go with Kevin from Baltimore, or you know what I'm saying, my man from Tampa. Either way, that would work better for me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then I just think that's listen. Our offensive line is not that far away. So listen, how do you help your young quarterback? You have a strong running game. You have a quick passing game. You know what I'm saying? You have a quality tight end. Something that we don't have. You know what I'm saying? So why not get that? You know what I'm saying? If we can run the ball more, I think that's a better move. You know what I'm saying? The chat's been on fire tonight, bro.
Chat is in like a mid
another level.
Chat's been on fire tonight, bro.
Jesus, what is going on around here?
Yeah, how much do you guys? Obviously, I'm not sure what's going to happen with Berrios. How much do you think he's going to go for on the open market?
Nowhere's a good fit for Berrios? The Buffalo Bills. They need a returner and they need a slot guy if Cole Beasley gets traded.
Yep.
They got rid of Beasley. I have a friend who's a diehard Bills fan.
2 times a week, 2 times a year.
I have a friend who's a diehard Bills fan. He thinks McKenzie should take that spot, the slot full time.
But Berrios is gonna be interesting because he's gonna test the market, and now you wonder with he could get his $6-7 million a year maybe somewhere.
Tyson, with
They'll
the way
get
the market is
somebody.
now, the way the market is now, can you see Berrios going to the Patriots? You know what I'm saying? You see that kind of twitch it out?
Berrios can go wherever he wants. Everybody's worried about the Patriots. I don't give a fuck about the Patriots. I'm worried about the Bills.
Yeah. Also, what do you guys think
Worried
of?
about both.
What do you guys think of Mike Williams' contract?
Good for him, man. Make the money. He's a great receiver.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was worth $20 million. I'll tell you that one.
Yeah, I didn't think he was.
It worries me about some of the other guys that are going to be free agents now.
But exactly. Prime time. Listen, if Mike Williams got $20 million, what do you think Allen Robinson and Cooper's going to get, bro? In the open market. Listen, when the market just got shrunk.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
what I'm saying. That I think it was Chris that was bringing it up before. I mean, that Cooper contract doesn't really look so bad now after Mike Williams pretty much signed for
and he's the number 2. and he's the number 2 receiver on his team. Like me and a buddy of mine, when we saw that, we're like, he's getting 20 million. We've been talking like Devontae Adams, maybe he'll get 20, 22, 24 to become the highest paid. If Mike Williams is getting 20, Devontae should be asking for like 35.
Man,
Yeah.
You know who I would have went after if he wouldn't get hurt? Gallup.
Who, Gallup?
Yeah.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
He's
I've
a
always been a
straight
fan of
monster.
Gallup.
Yo, to me, he's the best receiver on that team. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what?
What?
Him and Zach.
You think he's better than CD?
Wait,
Yo,
what?
him and Zach's rapport are great, bro. Like,
Wait.
listen, man,
You just said Michael Gallup is the best receiver on the Cowboys?
in my opinion, yes. In my opinion, yes. In my opinion. Yo, I'm telling you.
This show is just off the rails.
When he's with Dak, they play way better, man. Listen, Cooper's good, but Cooper's not there. I'm just saying, bro. That's how I feel. You wouldn't rather have Gallup, or would you rather have Cooper?
Seriously?
Huh?
That's a real question. That's a real question.
Yes, sir.
Cooper, easily.
Yeah, I'd rather have Cooper.
Not even a question.
Jack, thanks for calling in, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime. Keep up the good work, guys.
You too, man.
Have a good night. What are the most catches that Gallup's ever had in the season?
It's got to be this year, right? We can look it up. Break up Michael Gallup's stats real quick, just for you, Primetime.
I mean, this is a free agency show. So.
Free agency show. We're bringing out all the numbers here right now.
So he had 35 catches this year.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, a big year.
2020, he had 59. The year before, 66. That was his high.
And CeeDee Lamb, dude?
No. Listen, let me ask you a question. Who has the most catches on our team last year?
I have no idea.
Moore, probably.
On our team or their team?
Our team.
Corey Davis? I don't know. Corey Davis, Barry. I don't know. Who knew? Who cares?
Who's the best receiver on our team?
Who's the what?
Who's the best receiver on our team?
Yeah.
Hopefully it becomes Elijah Moore.
We hope.
What does that have to do with?
Listen, somebody like Gallup coming in with Corey Davis. It just makes that mix.
But your take was that he was the best receiver on the Cowboys is crazy.
I like the kid, man. I think the kid is super talented.
Better than Cooper?
I think the kid is super talented, bro. I think the report he has with Dak, man, I think CeeDee Lamb is a monster. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't, it doesn't work like the other receivers they have on their team. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? That's why these guys are so good in Dallas. That's why losing somebody like Cooper or losing somebody like Gallup is going to bring them back to reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, you could be the greatest receiver in the world, but if you don't have somebody to deflect that off of you, how's that going to work? You know what I'm saying?
Great question.
Is Michael Gallup a number one on another team? Cooper is a number one on any team.
I mean, listen. Do we need number one, or do we need two good twos and Elijah Moore and draft a rookie? You know what I'm saying?
All right, we'll bring on Afram. Let's see what Afram thinks about this. Afram, welcome to Chaos.
Congratulations. First of all, you did a wonderful thing. Just hope everyone sees that. And the message I got of it is for everyone cheering you on. You truly are never alone.
No, it was
Take
cool,
that.
man.
You're truly never alone. So more power to you.
Thank you.
Conklin, Kirk, Reed, right off the bat. That's me.
Boom.
That's me. I don't need superstars. I need guys who can produce. Kirk had 982 yards last year, 77 receptions, an average of 12.8 yards a catch. I want to move the ball. I don't need highlight film. I need offense was moving with the guys we had. Imagine now adding more guys. Okay,
well, so you gave us the names. Give us the numbers. Since you're our salary cap guy, what's the contract you're giving him? Oh, look, he's rolled his eyes at us. He's like, "Oh shit, I got to talk numbers."
No, let's see. You could get Conklin for about, I don't even know what he's making this year. I think he's making about 4 or 5 this year. You get him for, probably have to give him about 7 and a half. Okay, Kirk, you could probably do about the same, unless if the market is higher for him. And Reed, you probably do about between 5 to 7, between 5 and 7.
Wait, how much for Kirk?
I would say around It's a tough. I don't know what he made this past year. But he's
Probably-
only 25. He's
He's probably
25.
going to get like 9-10 million a year, isn't he?
That's
I thought he
fine.
was gonna get- I thought he was going to get even more than that.
Let's, but still, he's 25 years old.
Yep. You're talking
can
about
give him
Reed
a
the
long-
safety, right?
Justin Reed, the safety. Okay.
I like
You're
those.
gonna okay, and I would consider, depending on if a 1-year contract, you could add. Now that Bobby Wagner is a free agent, I would look into maybe a possible 1-year contract for him. If it's just one less person to get this year, then you can get next year.
So
Right.
now, what is
That's another guy though that's probably going somewhere where he has a chance to win late in his career. you would
or
think.
he's got? I mean, could like Salah, man. You never know. But what would you? What are your thoughts on the whole DK Metcalf thing?
It's 1 year. You're gonna pay him. He was to get about $4.5 million this year, and then he's gonna get $20 million. You're gonna cough that up, and what are you gonna trade for?
Exactly.
What are you gonna
So-
give up?
so
Now,
yeah,
if you really wanted him, my opinion, you swap 9 with 4. Now you have 9 and 10. You get Metcalf, and then you can grab Kenyon Green and maybe Karlaftis at 10, something to that effect, or Jermaine Johnson. You get you can
But
do
is
that.
DK Metcalf that you would covet and want to be actively going after, or is it not a guy high on your list?
It's not high on my list. I don't need. How many catches are these guys going to get if they're going to spray this ball all around? This is the offense that he's got. He's thrown it to everybody, and you have a running game. So how many catches I think you're going to get as a wide receiver when you have multiple guys on the field? Who you're covering, one, and how many catches are these guys getting? Okay, are they all going to get 1,000 yards? You hope, but are they going to be passing that much versus running? You're going to solidify that line because you want to run and you want to control the clock. You want to control the ball.
Might have a tight end too.
And the tight end. You want to be on the field more than you want than they do, right?
No, I agree.
So, yeah, I mean, and they'll be heavy in defense on free agency, in my opinion. I mean, in the draft, I think it's more filling up spots. There's just too many holes right now.
Anyway, you think they go defense at both 4 and 10? Assuming they don't
If it
trade.
was me, if Thibodeau's at 4, you have to take him. That is probably the most dire need because of your defense. It adds to what Salah wants to do. If you look at the stats before he got Boza, his defense was like in top between 1 and 20, top 20, and then when he got Boza, it shot right up, and then when Boza went out, it shot back down again. He's dependent on that pass rush. If you get Lawson on one side and Thibodeau on the other side, guess what? And then JFM in the move back into his normal spot, and with Quinnen, you got some front four.
And again, like not to make it like about the draft, but like who's the prominent free agent pass rusher that they would even sign? You know what I mean?
Well, there's talk. I don't even know if I wouldn't call it prominent, but
Hassan
there's
Reddick,
talk.
maybe?
The market Lawrence on the Cowboys
Okay.
doesn't want to restructure his contract. He wants to keep his money, so there's thoughts that he may get cut.
Weren't there rumors also about Zadarius Smith? I think
There's also about him as well.
He's a
But
good player,
what?
man. Yep.
He's like a 1-2 year deal, maybe. What is he, 30 something now?
I think he's 30.
He might be.
He's
I
a
think
versatile player, though, Matt. Like,
yeah, that's you have options, but you're not getting. He's not going to spend that kind of money on these guys. He's basically a TJ Maxx buyer trying to get.
Come on, man! I thought we're changing our ways.
No, but he's that. Listen, he wants to get most bang from his buck. I mean, how do you're not going to pay these guys $20 million a year? It's not happening. The most he's paid so far is what, $15 million a year.
Yeah, it's what lost.
And we're going crazy paying Mosley $17 million. We're so going crazy, but yet we want to throw hundreds of $millions to this guy, this guy, this guy. One guy doesn't win the game. It's 11 guys.
Yeah, but
Let's
listen,
be honest.
I understand that you want to spread the money around, you want to get a lot of value, but I'm not opposed to if you want to make a big splash for a player and go get him, That'd be great. But my thing is just age. You want the guy like that's 25 years old on the rise doing it. Like that's where like the 28, 29, 30-year-old guys like 25 years old, dude. You're at the prime of your career. If you spend big money there, I'm cool with that. It doesn't bother me.
Who's available at that age?
That's the problem. That's like I like your free agent targets because these guys are like the 25-year-old Kirk. I like all the guys you like. I like Conklin. They all make sense to me, man.
Yeah, you have to. You got to build. You got to build inside out, line and out.
But the weird thing is that you hear rumblings that the Jets are, Joe Douglas is going to be aggressive. He wants to make a splash, all that. And you know what that rings in my ear? That rings Woody Johnson wants to sell tickets. That's all that rings in my ear.
That's just guys wanting to write something because they got nothing on the Jets right now. They have nothing on the Jets. They're just making. They're just.
I hope Woody
Johnson
has nothing to do with this offseason.
Yeah, Woody's going to buy. Look, Woody. I'm hoping he buys the soccer team and finds out that they're worth more than the Jets, and goes there. The only good thing about the soccer team is that maybe one of those guys can be a really good kicker for us.
That's right. That's a good point. We can scout him
inside track.
So it's going to be next week. Is going to be like you said. Monday is going to be interesting because there's going to be those crickets are going to come back. Waiting
it's
for
all over.
12 o'clock's gonna come. 12:03, the complaining starts. 2 o'clock, panic starts. 5 o'clock is chaos. 8 o'clock, fire him.
The only thing I could foresee is if he goes after this some of the tier 2 guys that he's going to go after, and they agree to what he wants, he'll sign them right away.
Yeah, but the tier 2 guys, you don't want to set the market on day one with them, though. That's a fine
He
line.
But he may just go out there and say, "Hey, listen, this is what I'm going to offer you. This is what I can offer you."
I'm just fascinated to know who his first phone call is. Like, who's the first guy that he wants? That's what
I told you it's going to be me. No, but
here's a good comment. I could be in a burning house, and Afram's tone and demeanor would make me feel safe.
Yeah, but it won't save your life. I can tell you that. But like you said, I mean, you got how much you're going to cut guys. You're not getting 8. I don't know where he got $80 million. I mean, I like the kid. Who was was it Joe?
Yeah, Joe.
Oh.
I don't know where you're getting $80 million from.
Nope.
Yeah, and like you said, $20 million off the bat is going to free. At least between, let's say 15 to 20, but I think it's closer to 20 is going to free agency because you got too high. You got about $12 to $13 million just for the 4 and 10 combined.
Yeah.
All right. So, but you'll definitely, they're gonna guys, and they're gonna supplement. They're gonna double up, I think, in the draft on tight end, a wide receiver, but they're gonna go safety. They're gonna go corner. It's not a big linebacker draft. It's a lot of safeties, big tight end, and you have.
Say there's a lot of edge depth too.
There's a lot of edges, but
why are we back on the draft again? Why, Afram?
There's nobody else we talk about. There's really everyone got tagged.
We're 6 days away from friggin' free agents. We're back on this draft again.
Everyone got tagged so fast today. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, but we got to get creative. We got to think past that. We got to adjust.
Do we trade?
We got to adapt.
Do we trade? Do we go to Texans and say, "Hey, I'll give you a 5th for Brandon Cooks"? You're going to fall into the same thing. There's a guy everyone wants to. He's not that sexy pick, not that guy. But yet,
crazy numbers. I didn't realize how
6 out of 8 years he's over 1,000.
Consistent as hell.
Yes, sir. He's put a great number.
Yeah, he's consistent as hell, and he's healthy. Most of for all those years, except for.
But he must be a pain in the ass though, because he bounces around too many teams.
Maybe he bounces because he gets his money.
That was the year we took Calvin Pryor, right? Brandon Cooks got drafted.
Yeah. He bounces because someone wants him. He's produced wherever he goes. So what's the difference? You want to pay, he becomes a free agent. Plus, you also got to look at the contract. Was he signed for a couple of years and then he was a free agent, and then he got his money? We don't know. I didn't look into that, but there's possibilities. It's not like he got traded. Most of the time, I think he got picked up by. He was a free agent and he just got the contract.
But he was traded.
But maybe he did. But regardless, he's producing, and that's what you want. You want guys who produce, who are on the field all the time, who could make the catch. Because if guys can produce, the coaches, the your opposing team knows that. Guess what? If all you guys can produce, who are you covering? You're going to be man on man most of the time. Who are you covering? And that's what you want. You want to put up a scheme where basically someone's going to get open very quickly. And I see this in this offense. The defense needs a little bit more tweaking, but the offense, I could see it blooming. You know, you had the kid calm down from, you know, trying to be basically a gunslinger in the first half of the season. He calmed down. He started playing the game the way it should be. And I do not see McGovern getting cut. I don't. I think it's Joe's guy, and he's got.
You think we're at the Jensen? Will they just move him to guard?
If he goes, here's the thing. Here's the scenario you got to look at. If he goes, we got to go back to the draft. If he's picking high in the draft, a guard, that guy's going to start. Just like ADT started.
Yeah, but free agency starts first though. So if you go,
I understand free agency first, but you know, it depends on what they also have a plan in free agency and in the draft as well, where they want to go. They're too high picks in the first 10. You know, so.
Yeah, but don't you want to? If you can fill holes in free agency, it gives you flexibility in the draft.
Right, but you're going to fill in the holes in the free agency that you can't fill in the draft. Because those guys are not there's no guy that stands out. You know, each year there's always you got wide receivers, or you have old linemen, you got defensive, you got linebackers. Each year is always a group of guys that are there's so many of them. This year it's tight end. I think safeties, I believe, is high. Running backs is galore. So you're going to fill in the positions where you're not going to be able to fill. So.
Alfred, thanks for calling in. We got to bring on Jose now because I think Jose's going to.
I feel bad for him. I do feel bad for him.
I don't feel bad for him. I warned him. I warned him this was going to happen. He didn't listen to us.
He's a trooper. Come on, it's his team.
I
It's the
warned
same
him.
thing with us.
He debated me.
Be a good guy. You just did a good thing. Continue to be a good guy.
Pulled tonight.
Have a good night, guys.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Have a good night, Alfred.
So prime time, we told him.
Let's go.
We told him this was going to happen. We warned him.
Oh, goodness, man. Jose!
He wanted to bet me shotguns. He was bold. He was brash, right? He did all this shit talking, right?
You guys did make a bet, right?
Yeah, well, yes, we did. And he knows his team, apparently. He knows his team. I know his team better than he knows no team. Shit.
My God. Oh, my God.
What's up?
Hello, gentlemen. And one lady who wasn't here last week. How are you?
Took a shot already.
Greet me like that.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, Jose, do you want to paint your room green?
I was going to defend you tonight. I was going to let
Hey, Jose, you like my shirt?
No. Let me talk.
Just the only thing you got to say is 3 words.
Tyson, I have 4 words. Tyson, you were right.
Clip that, prime time. That's it, prime time. That's your video right there, prime time.
Wow.
That's the video right there.
Now,
34.
Now, do I get the
We've
top?
got it.
Do I get the top?
No.
Like
because now is my time to enjoy this. Your pain and suffering.
Anyway.
You could have avoided all of this. We here at Let's Talk try to help you. We tried to give you guidance. We tried to lead you to happiness, bring you to the rising tide. We're getting you out of misery, and you want to stay in the sinking ship. You stay in the sinking ship, Jose.
It's funny. You guys are talking about a sinking ship. You guys have been on a sinking ship for 13 fucking years.
You're part of the ship now.
Anyway.
But which ship would you rather be? Okay, Mr. El Chapo. Which ship would you rather be on? Our ship or
Let me fucking talk.
He's mad. He lost his quarterback. He's mad.
Now.
Gino Smith will save you.
For the past year, you guys have gotten Crenshaw. Tonight, you guys get El Chapo. El Chapo is not a nice. Listen, El Chapo takes the personality of the real El Chapo. Now, for those of you who tag me and everything, I think I line I think I'm on suicide watch because a quarterback got traded. Breaking news. I don't give a shit.
Yes, you do.
Guess why? Guess why?
Why?
He does not put food on my table. He doesn't
Don't
put-
even
Let me
take
Let
this
me
out.
finish.
It's okay to say you're mad,
Let
man.
me finish.
All right.
Let me finish. Let me finish. He doesn't put food on my table. He doesn't put money in my wallet.
El Chapo wouldn't say this.
I've had a crazy enough week that already, and it's only Tuesday. And this is at the bottom of the list of crazy shit.
Yeah, but you know what?
It happened.
But you know what? But
No.
as a sports fan,
I'll let
as
you
a
finish.
diehard Seahawks fan, as sports fans, obviously that Zach Wilson doesn't do
Hold
shit for
on.
me either. But Russell Wilson was your guy that you loved,
And he's gone.
and as a fan, it's
What do
okay to say,
want
you
me
know what?
do?
I'm
Cry
pissed.
about it? What do you want me to do? Cry about it?
Nobody's gonna say cry about it, but Jose,
what
you
I'd be
gotta
doing.
admit, dude. Listen, man.
Like,
When
You
this
know,
kind
come
of
on,
shit
man,
happens,
you
you
hurt
realize
a
that
little
you
bit, though. Come on, man.
it's a
I'm
setback.
fine, Tyro.
You lie.
If the Jets
I
ever had a
know.
quarterback that won multiple Super Bowls and then they traded him, I'd be crying about it.
I was
I-
pissed over the Pennington and the whole Favre thing,
That's
all
what I'm
that
saying.
shit.
I'd be heartbroken right now.
Do I need to put my hand on a Bible and swear I'm fine?
No, we don't
We
we
know
don't
that,
swear
but
on
no,
Bibles.
we're good.
But
I'm
dude,
just
as
saying,
a fan, but
Hold
Jose,
on.
as a fan, dude, come on, be serious. As a fan,
Hold
you
on.
know right now your chances of winning
I
this year
know,
are
like-
completely diminished. That sucks as a fan.
I know my team is going to be complete shit.
And that sucks.
I admit that.
Okay.
Guess what? I am riding with my guy Pete Carroll until he goes.
Which is next year.
Whatever. At that point, I am a fucking free agent.
But no, but see, can you admit that Jamal Adams trade was a complete demise of this front office and this team right now?
No.
What?
Why is that? I know you have a disdain for Jamal Adams.
The compensation and his contract are killers for your team right now.
What did that have to do with Russell Wilson coming out?
It's not hard to figure out, dude. You give away first round picks and you pay that kind of money, it's cap space and it's draft resources.
He was complaining last offseason saying I get hit too much. You're still gonna get hit in Denver. So, Tyson, congrats on what you did last week.
Thank you.
I mean, last weekend. I'm ready to fulfill my debt and do my chagrin.
Well, we'll let you know. I'll let you take your time.
No,
I don't want to see it anytime soon. I want you to let it
No,
digest, let it fester a little bit. I don't want to see an emotional shotgun. I want you to just take your time.
I'm
and
not
just,
emotional.
no, it's just you've been through a lot,
Listen,
man. You have the Russell Wilson, you have the Bobby
Hey.
Wagner, you had the fact that I told you so and you
Oh.
were wrong. That's a lot to deal with in one night, man.
Can I tell you something about Bobby Wagner?
Yes, tell us. Is he good?
I'm glad he's cut. Guess
Why?
what? Guess what?
Why?
Now the Seahawks have $50 million.
Wait, but is Bobby Wagner still good though?
No! And no, I'm not trading for DK Metcalf because, like I said 3 weeks ago,
Wait, Bobby Wagner's not good?
is there an echo? Is there an echo?
So we learned a lot of things today.
Damn.
Bobby Wagner's not good anymore.
Now can I owe up to my debt?
No, we want to wait.
Oh
Time's up
my
right now. I don't want it tonight. I'm not in the mood. I think this is too emotional right now. There's too much hostility in the air. It doesn't feel right tonight.
He's about to like really go El Chapo on you.
He got to sink in, baby.
I think you just
Tyrone, I know you're not talking Michael Gallup.
I'm just saying.
That take was bad.
You're right. But you're right, Jose. You're right. That was a bad take. So you say. But let me ask you a question. You got a bad fucking football team. I'm saying, you sit here and say Bobby Wagner's not good.
You
know what?
That your
Tyron,
franchise
Tyron, you know what the problem is? This is the problem.
You about to go into mediocrity. Y'all about to fucking
Do you know?
suck, bro.
But Tyron, it
That's
gets
what's gonna
better. Do you know why Jose is so mad tonight? Let me tell you guys why. You know what's gonna happen is he was looking forward to hanging out with us, coming out to Seattle Stadium, and but now he's gonna go out to watch Jets Seahawks and watch his team get stomped in person.
Geno Smith, baby. Your starting quarterback is
Sorry, Geno's probably going to be starting that game.
Good luck with that.
Yep, they'll bring him back now.
So now
they need two quarterbacks.
So now Jose is like, not only is it bad my team's going to suck, but I have all these Jet fans coming to my stadium and watch them pummel my team too.
Oh, we're going to take over that stadium.
All the Jets fans that show up at MetLife. Oh yeah.
Yeah, MetLife.
Yeah.
We'll enjoy going out to Seattle.
We don't like going to Seattle.
We like going on road games though.
Your quarterback.
Look,
we're gonna go there. We're gonna go to Seattle. We're gonna have fun with you. We're gonna watch your team get their asses kicked. It's a good time for us.
Absolutely.
It's all right, Jose.
I'll be happy to meet you. And maybe at that time I'll do my shotgun.
Yeah, we know when you can do your shotgun after the game. We're celebrating the victory. When we beat you guys, you could celebrate. You could do your shotgun then.
Double nothing.
Bro, you could bet all you want, man. Because this is all predictable for me.
And you know what else is predictable?
What?
The Jets training like always. And
See, you're angry, man. You're angry. You're still angry.
You're so frustrated, man. Like I know.
I'm just tired
Let
of
that shit out, man. Let that shit out.
Tired.
Don't hold it in.
I'm tired of it all night. I'm tired of Elias, whatever his fucking name. Dragging me.
Bro, that's social media, man.
We love you,
Jose. Do you know how many times that we get? You remember when Prime Time went through the Sam Darnold shit? How many times he got tagged and stuff?
Oh my!
I get tagged and stuff all the time. When you're on social media, have a YouTube channel. That's the shit that happens, man. You put your name on something, people are gonna tag you and shit. Look at my phone right now. Guess what I'm gonna do right now, Jose? I'm gonna tag you again.
I think I might tag him.
Hey, Tyson.
Yes, sir.
Tyson.
Yes, sir.
You guys aren't even the worst thing to happen to me this week. The worst thing that happened to me this week is a female YouTuber who looks like a gorilla went after my mother in her live.
What?
In her fucking YouTube live.
Why is that?
I don't know. I have no fucking idea. I don't deal with crazy people. That's why I'm aggravated tonight.
Don't take that. It's not worth the energy, man.
I've dealt with a bunch of other shit this week.
So then we're here to make you happy.
It's only Tuesday, guys, and I'm dealing with crazy people.
See, that's why you gotta stay off YouTube. It's dangerous streets over there.
Hey, listen, Jose. Hey, Jose, go get your Russ Wilson jersey, put it on your pillow, hold it tonight, man. You'll be all right.
That's right.
Not gonna happen.
I'm here for you, bro.
Hey, Tyrone, get a Michael Gallup jersey.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Hey,
you know what? It's probably worth just as much as that Russell Wilson jersey is right now.
So wait,
Tyrone,
Jose, I got a question for you. I got a question. Hold on.
Fits you first.
Hold it. I got a question for you. Is this rock bottom, or will rock bottom be next year when Pete Carroll leaves? When do you consider rock bottom?
Are you talking about personally for me or
no, for your team? But right now you're at a bad spot with your team. But is this the worst, or will it be next year when Pete Carroll leaves?
Right now it's rock bottom for certain fans. For me personally, it'll be rock bottom when Pete Carroll leaves.
So you have a rough 2 years ahead of you, man. That's rough with being a football fan of the Seahawks.
That's just me being honest.
That's fair. That's a fair point. But see, that's why, lucky for you, you're also a Jets fan. So we're going to bring you happiness this year.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. He was taking some shots at the Jets tonight.
You heard what he said, though,
He's
right?
emotional right now. He's very emotional right now.
You heard what he
It's
said. He said
understandable.
once Pete Carroll leaves, he's a free agent. Come on home, baby.
That's right. And then he'll be a Jet fan.
We,
Right on the
we,
bandwagon.
we might not want him at that point. We might have too many people already on the waiting list.
PT, guess what?
We might be a playoff team at that point already. Might be a long waiting list.
PT.
Yeah.
PT. Unlike you're not Jay. You're not getting a girl from a bar in Carolina. Shout out to Jay.
Yeah, that was a superb recovery by Jay, man.
Well, Jose,
Nice back.
I wish you nothing but happiness. I wish you nothing
you,
but
bro.
success.
Love you guys too, PT.
But Jose, I wish you a lot of good things. But I told you so, man. So this is just the way it is
Yes,
right
you
now.
did. Yes, you did.
Oh.
Have a nice.
Do you want Sam Darnold? Maybe he'll help you.
Oh hell no.
Oh, that would be perfect.
Hey,
Him and Jamal reunited.
That would make me so
Could you
happy.
imagine? Could you
They
imagine?
trade Sam Darnold to Seattle. I would do.
Could you
I would buy
imagine?
you. I'd buy you every color jersey of his just to have you happy.
Hey, Tyson. Do you know what I would do with those jerseys?
I could only imagine.
I would start a barbecue with them.
So why
I
is
would-
Bobby Wagner not good anymore?
Because he's 31, can't tackle, and can't cover.
Oh, so he's like Jamal Adams.
Worse. Worse.
Shots fired tonight, boy.
Worse.
I was waiting for this day. I knew this day was coming. I was waiting for this phone call, waiting for this moment. I
Well,
was just
guess
waiting
what?
for it.
Guess what? I flipped a coin on Elias. I thought I was gonna let him live.
Why does Elias have you so mad? He isn't. What does he even do? Is on Twitter because he tagged you? We all tag people. I tagged you like 4 times today.
Guess what? He's not a YouTuber, so can't talk. He's not. He's not even on the fucking stream. He doesn't even show up.
Why are you so mad then?
Who is he?
You should be mad at us for. We're all tagging you. I'm gonna tag you now.
Elias.
He's so mad at Elias. Why are you so mad at him, dude?
Hold on. Tyson, let me finish.
Oh shit.
He
this
plays good
joke,
guitar.
Then I'll go. Elias, I have a question. Since you're a musician, who are you? Who are you? Get the fuck out of my timeline.
Mad at Elias. Man, what have we got
It's
here?
our musical
Some beef
director.
going on.
Quarterback get changed.
And with that, have a nice night, guys.
Have a good night.
Have a good night, dude.
Love you
Feel
guys.
better. Feel better.
Well, that call went well.
Ooh.
That's real pain,
Man.
bro. That was real pain, bro. That was
He's
hurt.
been that angry in a long time.
That's hurt, bro. That's
He's
hurt.
never been
Hey,
that mad.
That's not pain. That's hurt. That shit hurt. Damn.
Man, what
So
a
now
show.
I'll tag him again. wait till you see. Wait till you see this tweet. I'm gonna send them. You guys are gonna be like, Jesus. I don't care.
Yeah, Tyson
He wanted to talk all
enjoying
that shit.
You were enjoying
Gosh.
every moment of that shit too, bro. You were enjoying every moment of it, bro.
It is what it is. He brings all. He's bringing fire all the last 2 years to us. So, thank you guys for joining us. Free agency starts on Monday, so we'll probably do shows whenever we can. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. Just keep doing
Get
shit.
it.
So,
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
thank you guys for joining us.
Yo, look forward to my video.
Have a
I got
good
video
night.
coming out this week. I got another one coming out this week, so I'm coming out.
Oh,
Right.
shit.